Hey guys, good evening, Obodo fam. Welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing? Thank you so much to everyone for stopping by. I appreciate you. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hello, 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 hello. I see you all. I had you all. The comment section has been so busy. Chidinma, how are you? Kedu, I hope you are all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's show. Today is the first day of September. Children are going back to school, and we woke up this morning. What did we see? Baz boos, baz boos, global baz boos, baz boos. Ninolowo decided that today is the day that he chose to announce that he wants or his marriage is ended. I mean, wow. I don't think it happened today, but you know how it is with these things. You usually have to choose your time when you feel like you can chest that news before you announce it because you know that there is going to be a lot of back and forth concerning this announcement. So yeah. Uzo, how are you? Welcome, darling. I see you. Welcome everybody. Man of Prestige, how are you, Ola? Afrotize, brother Ben. You say na women cause am. Na Nigerian women no like Ninolowo. Na dem no let Ninolowo marriage last. Oh my God, I don't feel laugh. Oh. Another one hit the doors. Another celebrity couple. Hmm. Now wow, this matter, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody will be all right. When I heard it this morning, I was like, wow, wow. I mean, it's always sad when a couple breaks up. But I think I'm one of the very, very few percentage of people in this world or in Nigeria. Let me not say this word because it's a very big word. Nigeria. Nigerians, wherever you are, whether you're in Nigeria, you are Nigeria in the diaspora, or you are Nigeria in the abroad. Right, Ben, you ready today? See if anybody blame my gender today now. Whoa. Ah, Ben, you know, say they too like you for here. So if you just start that one today now, you know, say you go lose all your followers. You go lose this love where you dey enjoy and popularity for this platform. You go lose them. So don't just bring that one. Guys, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, please. So I think I was saying that I'm one of the very few Nigerians who actually think that sometimes it's better for some marriages to end. As sad as it is, we want families to be together. We want people to stay together and grow old and have gray hair and have great grandchildren and grandchildren and all that good stuff. In some cases, especially when people are so, they've tried. They've tried their possible best. Could she share? It not work. People are miserable, they are unhappy, and they are feeling depressed, they're having anxiety, and there is DV in whatever shape or form. Because in this case now, Ninolowo didn't tell us quite a lot, but he's been saying quite a lot prior to today's announcement. All right. So I'm assuming that everybody knows him. He's a Nollywood actor. He acts in both the Yoruba and English movies. His name is Bolanle Ninolowo. He's one of the sexiest men on Nollywood. He's very handsome. He's tall, not so dark, but very handsome. He dresses very well. I think this brother sleeps in the gym because his biceps and tricep and pack his pack is 8 pack. This brother has 8 pack, not 6 pack. Honestly, he is so fit. Anyway, it's not a laughing matter, but you know how we do on this platform. I cannot go and buy myself because of another person's matter. So we're just going to discuss it, draw the lessons out, and that's it. What can you do? What can you do really? There's nothing you can do. I actually believe that it is better if you tried everything you can and it doesn't work and it's beginning to impact on people's mental health, then it's better for people to go their separate ways. A lot of people are not happy with this breakup. They are not at all. People are like, please tell me. Please tell me it's not true. Oh, you and your wife should take some time out. You and your wife should go for therapy. Online in-laws are vexing. Seriously. I have to, what can you do? Well, life is hard. Life is not easy. Life is complicated. Marriages are even more complicated. It is not easy. So, in my own personal belief about this whole thing, is that the last show we did, which is the first show since I came back from holiday, uh-uh, Rebecca, ole to báyìí ni, is it as strong as this? You are seriously sharing tears? Egba mi o. Ha. Some people have serious stake in this matter. Oh. Eh? Bele, bele, bele. Don't worry, you'll be all right. Everybody will be all right. Ben, you say Ninolowo carry 16 men handsomeness. Not be juju be that. Na so. Na so. Let me tell you something somebody told me a few days ago. I will tell you something before I will just break down what I know and what I've heard about this whole matter. Or what he himself has been talking, like I said. Rebecca, bele, take it easy. Take it easy. Because celebrity marriages or public figures marriages end, it's not the end of the world. Marriages end every day. Marriages are made every day. Okay? As we are talking now, some people are planning to get married. Some people have fixed their dates. Some people are buying wedding dresses. Some people are, that's the circle of life. It happens. It's been happening. It will continue to happen. Kosi Kotale, there's nothing you can do about it. Mm? Yes, you always liked him. You always liked their life. Yvette say, I always like them. But the thing is that, for public figures, you don't really know them. It's the life that they've shown you that you know. Okay? It is what people allow you to see. You don't really know. You don't know what you don't know. So this is what people like. I see why people are heartbroken. A lot of girls in Nigeria, some will be celebrating that, Ninolowo is free at last. Maybe I have a chance now to enter his DM. This life no balance. As we are talking this matter now, his DM will be overflowing. People that have been crushing on him, you are my crush, you are my crush. They go enter DM, say, you are free now. Can you look our side? We are here. Oh. Oh my God. But it is what he has shown you that you know. These are the images they portrayed. There's a lot of PDA on social media with Ninolowo and his wife. And I'm not saying that they didn't love each other or that they were not happy at some point. But what I'm saying is that life is not always rosy. Marriages are not always a walk in the park like this. They're always working out together. They go to the gym. They are having love. He's deleted most of the videos. So these are what people see. And they are all falling in love. This is the kind of marriage I want. I just want that marriage one will be dancing buga. Me and my partner will just be doing buga. Will be fit. Eh? That's why a lot of people are broken hearted today. Oh, go easy. Rah. It is not easy. Beautiful family, to be honest. A very cute family, two children, a boy and a girl. And they look very happy, all well put together, all looking healthy, looking handsome, looking beautiful, and all that good stuff. But in the real sense of it, the real marriage is that you and I know. Don't look at social media. Look at your own parents, or look at your uncles or your aunties and the people you know in your real everyday life. And marriages are really like this though. Are they? And marriages are really like this. Bono said, I envy them as they were always flaunting their love on social media. Belle. Belle. Yeah, there was a lot of public show of affection. They were always, showing, each other off and all that. You see, these are the kind of things. Who wouldn't like this kind of a thing? And this is exactly what we women love. Got a more Jerry Leahy. The husband that will be taking us on vacation, that will be taking us to eat and drink and, party and have a good time. We look good together. We go out together. My people, social media is different from real life. Okay? Everybody needs to get a grip. The real life that we see is not like this. But packaging, lo, but everything are packaging. That is why, despite all the PDAs that you've been seeing, all the display of affection, all the going out and dressing up, and this couple can dress. You would think that they like, because they are very beautiful. The wife is so pretty, beautiful woman. The Ninolowo is a handsome guy. He's all buffed with all his chest and everything. So what is there not to like? They got two perfect children, a boy and a girl. Oh my God. They are the dream couple, Abby. They are the dream couple. But guess what, my people? Grace, like you said, life happens. Life happens to all of us. And I dare say that behind the camera, it is not always so perfect. It is not always so rosy. It's not always so sweet. Okay? Right. Let me give you a brief background of what this brother has been saying about his marriage. And I like him. I like Ninolowo. I'm not going to lie. Do you know why I like him? I like him because he's accountable. I like people that are accountable. Some people, no matter what they do, they will never hold themselves accountable. Those are Mongo Parks. Honestly. I don't think Ninolowo is a Mongo Park. I think he's a guy that made mistakes in the past. Okay? Maybe those mistakes are what is haunting them now, why the marriage eventually crumbled. Maybe it's just life. Or maybe he said actually in one of the interviews that my wife outgrew me. That's what he said. He said she outgrew me. So I like him because he's always chesting up and openly talking about how he messed up, all the things he did, how he took his wife for granted, how he cheated multiple times. He talks about it openly. He's spoken about how they were separated. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to start with an article that he shared a while ago. Was back in Amayeme, thank you for sharing this article with me. Back in November 2018, Ninolowo granted an interview. I'm going to start from that and just work my way up to where we are today with the story. He granted an interview, I think 2018. Was there social media in Nigeria? I don't even know. I can't remember. There was social media. Definitely. 2018 is not too far. It's not too long ago. But he said something to City People. City People was one of those soft sell magazines that existed prior to social media. I don't know if they still exist now. So he granted an interview and said how I cope with my female fans. His name is Bolanle Ninolowo. Ninolowo. Money is meant to be spent. You got to spend that money. Oh my God. I don't know how people go just, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen any celebrity matter like this, whether good or bad, that will impact on me in my personal life. I don't think so. You've got to learn to remove yourself from other people's lives. Honestly. Some people will be crying today now. Why some people will be jubilating? There are different reactions. Hmm? But you've got to learn to just, don't take it easy. It's not that deep, as these children will tell. So, guys, you got to learn to remove yourself from people's, personal situations, personal drama. It's life. Life happens. Some people are looking online for examples of marriages. And I think some people are so disillusioned and discouraged because celebrity marriages end. Mm? But thank you, Ola. The meaning of his surname is money is for spending. Money is for spending. Ninolowo. Just spend it. Oh my God. So I was talking about this couple, how I like them. I like Ninolowo. I don't know much about his wife, to be honest. I just know she's a beautiful woman who maybe she got tired of his BS and decided to end, to move on earlier on, but they came back together. Mm? So he gave this interview back in 2018, I was saying, and they asked him a question. I'm not going to read all of it because it's long. And he said that they asked him a question. And they asked him, how do you cope with the attraction from 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 women, from the opposite gender, considering your looks? He's a hot guy, right? So a lot of people will have crush on him. Some people will actually be in love with him, to be honest. Hold on, Toby, can you close my door, please? Thank you. So he said that a lot of women are attracted to him, and he realizes that a lot of it can cause his downfall. Mm? But in his past life, this is what he said. Let me read it to you verbatim. He said, honestly, when they asked him, they said, how do you cope with the attention of women? He said, honestly, I appreciate my fans, male and female. Before fame on Nollywood, I have always been attracted to lots of women. In my past life, I have realized a lot of my downfall in what can make me. And there are three barriers to success: women and arrogance. So far, me, I don't see all this women stuff. There are certain things to be avoided in life. And then they asked him, how long have you been married? And this is what he said. He said, I was not married really. And the person that was interviewing said, what really happened? He said that because of formality, that is why he used the word marriage. So the marriage was basically a formality. I'm reading this to you guys so that you can maybe hear from him what he said in the past concerning the foundation of this marriage, because foundation is everything, right? Foundation is what lays the pillar to building any relationship, any marriage. He said, because of formality, that's why I use the word marriage. That the mother of my kids is the woman I met here in Nigeria, and I took her to America. And to fight for her, to get her to stay, that involved me taking her to the courthouse and doing the marriage. And it was not a proper marriage. That was all we know about. And then we have two kids together. And I was like, let me pursue my goals. By the time I'm 40 or thereabout, we can have a proper wedding. So the interviewer asked him, are you still together? This interview was 2018, like I said. And he said in 2018 that no, we are separated. 5 years ago, we've been separated. Things happened. And then he went on to talk about how the fans are so crazy about him, and they're always doing things to him. He said one time he was in South Africa and he just got out of an elevator. A female fan jumped on him and started kissing him and all that. He's always getting their pictures, the end pictures on his phone every day. It's crazy. I mean, I was making a joke with Ben earlier on, and we're talking about this female attention. I'm not blaming the females, right? But I kid you not, the attention and the part that a lot of him himself did in participating in the attention that he got, yeah, contributed to why they had problems. There was a lot of cheating that he admitted to. He said he cheated quite a lot. And that's why I like this guy. He's accountable. I'm not justifying his actions, but I like somebody who can reflect and say, I did this. This is the part. If it's some people that we know, all they will be doing is blaming the wife and say, you see these women, they did this, they did it. No, he didn't do that. And for that, I respect that. And I respect him for that. He owned up. He said, you know what? I did a lot of messy things. I cheated repeatedly on this woman. She got tired of it. Toby said she got pregnant and they got married. They started working in the bank and keeping late nights with different ladies, cheating on his wife, making her sad. Yeah, he admitted that, to be honest. Have you liked the video? I'm going somewhere. I wanted to start from the beginning, like what he said concerning this marriage. maybe when you hear the way he's talked about this marriage, then those of you who are sad will not be so sad. He's honest and accountable. Thank you. Yeah. He said, no, this is what I did. I didn't know any better. He's giving so many interviews where he was talking about how he asked God to restore his marriage. Okay? I'm going to play a video to you right now where he was talking about his cheating when he granted an interview with Chudi. It's very, very rare to see Nigerian men opening up about cheating like this. Some of our brothers think that that is part of life. That is part of marriage. I'm telling you, you might not see it that way, but I'm telling you that this guy, maybe because he had to fight so hard to get his wife back, to get his marriage and his home back, that's why he was so honest and open about the part he himself played in why he got, his marriage almost crashed at that time. Okay, so I don't know when they got married, but I know that they got separated in 2010. 2013, they got separated. And in 2022, they got back together after the cheating and all the work he said he did. I'll play you an interview now where he was talking about how he had to work on himself. He had to go to God. He had to beg God and ask God and surrender and ask for forgiveness, confess his sins. He was calling God quite a lot. So I believe that a broken and a contract heart, according to what the Bible says, the Lord loves someone that is broken. When you have broken your heart and you accept, this is what I've done, then yeah, there is room for forgiveness and perhaps reconciliation. Okay? They were married for 16 years. So in this next video I'm showing you, this is an interview with Chudi, and Ninolowo was talking about why his marriage in the first place had problems.
See, a lot of people call God for what God had nothing to do with.
TD Jake says God provides trees, doesn't make furniture.
Exactly. So I needed to take time back to see what I had done to her. The years when I was feeling like I was still young and cheating all day, breaking her heart and everything, to the years where, okay, I wasn't there and just pursuing my dreams. But I forgot that this was a human being that was taking records.
Yeah.
And taking experiences of her life as well. So I became somebody that she didn't recognize anymore at some point, and I couldn't even call her to pick up the phone. And the same woman I had so much control over, I had no control over anymore because she outgrew me. You know what I mean? So to get that restored and to achieve that back, I needed to go back and start afresh. Detox and clear everything that I have done. And
did you hear that? A lot of people he said that he had to go back to clear everything, to detox. That this is a woman that had control. I want to show you a picture so that I like things being in perspective. Let me show you a picture of when they started. They've been together for a long time. Okay, look at a picture when they started. They were quite young. Can you see them on my left hand? On the left side there, you can see a picture of them together. They were basically young adults when they got into this thing. And he said in that interview, this was a woman that I could control to the point that I couldn't say nothing to her anymore. She outgrew me. Hearing a Nigerian man speak like that is music to my ears. Honestly, it's music because it's somebody that said, oh my God, I finally realized this is what I've been doing to this woman. I finally realized that, oh my God, she's not going to take my BS forever. When we are talking about, honey babe, I'm sure you are very happy with Ninolowo, with his level of accountability. Remember, you are the accountability prefect. This is accountability, not justifying his action, not saying, I'm a man, not saying, am I the only one? What about you? What did you do too? No, there was none of that. He came and said, you know what? I did this and I had to do the work. Then he talked about what he had to do to get his marriage, back.
Became somebody that seen and it's a process, man.
Yeah.
It's a process. And a lot of people keep failing because they keep jumping from one thing to another. You need to take time, sit back and see why you got it wrong. Leave that thing. Take the pain. A lot of people don't want to start because they don't want to be seen starting from the bottom. Go back to the bottom. That's what happened to me. I had to go back to start there. And from there I started to see I made a lot of mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, the good news, I like the fact that you and your wife got back together. You know, that was a restoration process.
Right.
How did that happen? So I know you had the solitude, and then you confronted yourself, and you admitted where you'd gone off the rails, where you'd why she outgrew you. So do you not do the process of getting her back?
So before I get to the next slide, did you see what he said there? This is what I was saying about this guy, right? He's a player. No two way about it. This guy is a player. If you see him, you will know that this guy. I was telling my brother Ben today, I say, you see all this PDA that we are seeing up and down, because after him and his wife got back together, he was really. It is not. It's not very common. Let me put it that way, or it's not so normal, or it's not normal. I don't know the word to use. It's not a style to always see people, married people who are, dealing with everyday ish and everything, trying to get on with life, children and everything. I understand that, after they got back together, the wife had to relocate from the US to come back to Nigeria so they could be together as a family unit. And Nigeria is not it was not easy for them. Now they had to relocate back to America. He's an actor. His work is in Nigeria. He cannot live in the abroad. So I'm sure there are a lot of issues they were trying to deal with in the background that we're not aware of. And social media in-laws, right? All we see is the good stuff. So when you see somebody, whether it's a man or woman, always posting, family life like this, I know he's a brand, right? People see him, yes, lifestyle content, lifestyle content, or realistic, very, very sets us all up for. You see, a lot of people have unrealistic expectations every day. Where do you see people that do have time for all this every day? They properly dress up. This couple can dress. The wife is such a fashionista. She dresses really well. She's got a really nice body. They work out together. They have dinner. They go on trips, private jets. You name it. Content ni gbogbo ẹ. Okay, that's why a lot of you are so shocked today now. Because those of you who are now saying, hey, I'm looking up to them, how can their marriage end? Because you thought this is how they live their life every day. No. Packaging, Lobade, is all about the packaging. That's what people on social media do. They package. When I was in Dubai, I was posting pictures of all the enjoyment I was doing. When I was going to the spa, when I was in the pool, when we're having dinner, I was posting everything. Now that I come home, I'm not doing enjoyment. Have you seen me post anything? No. That's life. People won't always want to post when they're enjoying or having a good time. It's packaging. But one packaging. Anyway, let's go on. Let's go on and take some more about what Ninolowo is saying.
I seen and I acknowledged everything I did wrong to God, not to her. I submitted myself and I did what God wanted me to do. Humble. If the Spirit told me to prostrate and beg at that moment, then that's what I do. See, there is no generality in marriage. It's significant and unique to people. My situation is different from your situation. If I have to crawl in the gutter to beg my wife, that's what I'll do if I know the value of my wife to me. If something is valuable to you, I've never seen a man lose something valuable to him. Never. There was hundreds of people who try to interfere to settle it. It never worked. When I asked everybody and showed God that nobody might, I acknowledged everything I did wrong.
So I actually believe that. I believe Bolanle. I do believe him because he wrote a book. This guy literally wrote a book about his experience of how he almost lost his family. So I think his intention were actually very, very genuine in that he did try, he did the work. Even with what he wrote today about how his marriage ended, but if I read it to you, you will see where he was basically if I did anything wrong, you know, I think he tried. But like I said, life happens. Life happens to all of us. No, nee. Life happens. So, I mean, I think he actually tried because he said that if he has to portray or Dobale to beg his wife to get his family back, he would do it. Okay? We're still talking about, you know, how he was accountable. We're not justifying his actions, you know, but this is something that is very, very rare. I think the other time I heard a man talking about this was Jim Ike, who we all know that is a seriously bad boy. And he was saying how he was such a shitty husband, but he was a great dad. See, the learning for a lot of our brothers tonight is that if you can look inwards, because it takes a strong person, and because weak people always blame the other person. That's the truth. But a strong person who really wants to do the right thing will take a minute and pause and say, okay, this thing is on now. This is where we are. This is where I find myself. I didn't bargain for it, but you know, life happens and it's happened to me now. What can I do? What role did I play? He said, I acknowledge what I did wrong. I was humble. I confessed my sins to God. I owned my own mistakes. I had a period of solitude. Okay? Unfortunately, I don't think it was enough. Because there are some in marriage, yeah, some people cannot that line, once you cross it like that repeatedly, some things you cannot mend. There are some things that you cannot fix, especially when it relates to cheating. He tried, but I think the damage was long done by then. It was long done.
Life.
Okay.
That's what I wanted. And he was the only one.
Yeah.
I prayed over and over, cried myself to him, did whatever I could do when I had to do it. But one thing I'll tell you is that the day my God restored my wife and I, nobody was involved. It was just a phone call. And he was the only one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Give us a thumbs up, guys. I'm trying to build this thing up from the beginning to give you guys, you know, perspective in terms of how this relationship or marriage, why they may have, you know, finally called it, you know, quits. Finally, they've had issues. They've had issues. Long distance, yes, Rebecca. Long distance too is an issue. It's a big issue. So we all know his story. Like I said, he wrote a book. Okay, he wrote a book about this thing. This thing he's talking about. I actually bought the book. It's in my Kindle, but I can't find my Kindle. I don't know where it is. I bought the book, but I haven't read it. Where he wrote about how God restored his marriage and everything he went through. He was in America. He went to college, and then he had to relocate back to Nigeria. You know, he went through a lot. He started businesses, lost money. Somebody said it in the comment section just now that how he did quite a number of businesses that failed. So this guy has, you know, he's seen life. Life has happened to him, as it happens to all of us. The wife too, she's been through her own thing. They've got two beautiful children together. But I guess some things there is no coming back. Everybody has their own, you know, they have their own what does Ben call it? Deal breakers. Yeah. Everybody has their own deal breakers. For some people, it might not be cheating. Okay? For some people, it might be other things. But don't forget that cheating is DV as well. A lot of our people, especially Nigerians, don't think cheating is DV, but it is. It's emotional abuse. That's what it is. Because you are basically telling the person you are not good enough. I need variety. But you stay there and wait for me. Anytime I have your time, I'll come back to you. it makes the person who is being cheated on feel a certain kind of way, not good enough. Some people lose their self-esteem. Yeah. Some people lose themselves. Some people will develop anxiety. Some people will have different kind of disorders. So definitely, it's not only physical. Emotional is definitely emotional cheating. So I need to point that out there. And like I said, I'm glad that he was able to, open up and speak about how, the mistakes he made, let's call it mistake because they're actually the mistakes he made, how it impacted on his marriage. He was able to get his marriage back. But I'm thinking it was too little and too late. Yeah, it was too little and it was too late. So let me read to you now. Oh no, before I get to what he read today, how he posted this matter on social media. Let me show you where he was talking about his reconciliation. He went to the show on TVC, Your View, and he was talking about, again, because he's been very, like I said, he's been open. He's been open. Ola, you said my guess, his wife cheated and he couldn't get over it. Especially if the dude involved is a Nigerian or African woman. Guys, very possible. Why are you talking about his wife cheating? Why? Why are you guessing that it's just the wife? Why? What will make you guess that it's the wife that cheated? Is there any particular thing that you saw that made you say that your guess is that the wife cheated? I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe you know something I don't know. Bajulu, thank you so much for that super chat. Okay, let's see what he had to say on The View. This is what he said concerning how his marriage almost hit the rocks, what he had to do. Again, he's been very, very vocal about it.
So let's talk about this physique. Now it has contributed to
Physics?
the success.
I didn't do physics
Your
in
physique,
school.
your bad. Asking by an Alaja.
Can you see that even the Alaja that is among them is catching feelings? Oh my God. Just have six pack and be handsome in this life. Oh. Alaja, Nima is catching feelings. She was like, let's talk about these looks. Let's talk about this six pack. Oh my God. Fine boys has been they've been breaking hearts. Tikpe. Fine boys have been breaking people's hearts. Tikpe. Ben, you better come into the studio and come and explain. You say you carry 7 people fineness. You say that Nigerian women, no let them stay happy for a marriage. Oh my days. Elijah was catching feelings. Fine boy.
All the more schools, because you see, clothes sit well on you. Yes, they do. I see your pictures.
Hey,
you look good.
Alaja.
Is that a factor to fit well on you?
He has shoulders.
Shoulder to carry the plate. Please take it as a compliment.
Elijah has eyes. Ejo, people should leave Elijah alone. She has eyes. She can see fine thing. When Elijah see fine thing, Elijah should not talk. What are you guys talking about? He's a fine boy. Elijah is acknowledging the glory of God and the work of God on his physical body.
But
I take it as a compliment.
Yes. So has that added in any way to the endorsements that you get, the kind of things that you get in your growth?
Alaja.
I didn't get the question.
How has your physique contributed to your success? Don't mind these people.
Oh, immensely. It's everything. It's the whole package. Everything adds to the overall picture. Everything. Physical, intelligence, everything. The positive and negative, it's all part of the success organogram.
Nice. Okay, so let's go back to family. And
right.
I think that we say when Yoruba proverb says that when you have a good story, you hide it.
Yeah.
But what we see more online are those whose celebrities whose marriages have gone bad and they're everywhere to the extent that you think no celebrity has good marriages. I know you've gone through the roughs, and would you want to share that part of your story? Would you want to let people understand how we can live in the limelight and still preserve your home?
Well, I think I share it every day by me even being on social media. I mean, even being on Instagram. For every opportunity. The thing is, a person asked me a question before. He said, "Okay, you flaunt your wife and your children. More so your wife. It's like you're trying to oppress." I'm like, number one, yes.
So he does post his wife quite a lot. He posts his family quite a lot, his children and his wife especially. And like I was saying, when somebody is trying to do too much like that, it tells me something. I don't believe it's genuine. Okay? I might be wrong, but this is my own. I just believe that it's not genuine. I think he's trying to overcompensate for all the ish that he did, all the things he did in the past. He's trying to make up, overcompensate. That's all the PDA that they are doing now on social media. Okay. There's a reason again that I suspect that he was posting her so much and they were doing all this love in Tokyo, always, doing all these mushy mushy things on social media is because the female attention is too much on him. Those women will not allow him to rest. That's the truth. They will not. So by posting him and his wife, I think he's kind of sending a message to all the women that will not allow him to rest. You guys should leave me alone. I am married. I am married. Leave me alone now. Leave me alone. Then the next minute, you will just see a lot. Somebody will just send him 10 million naira and say, check your alert, check your DM. I just sent you like daddy. Like Mr. Macaroni, I just sent you 500,000. Somebody will now send him 500,000. And Ninolowo fine boy now. He's got to do a fine boy. And the money is coming. All these women in Nigeria, those of them that have money, they can use money to buy. Case in point. What's her name? Farida. That was borrowing 100 million. This is how these women do. No joke. I'm not telling you this. If you think I'm joking, please call Lagos and find out. The ones that have money, they will pursue these guys. I'm not saying that, he's not a human being, that is a toy that you can just manipulate, and tell him, come here, I like you, I want to sleep with you. Of course, he's got his own, he's a man. He's got his own mental capacity and he can say no. He's got his own willpower. But I don't know if he was using that willpower properly. So I think maybe they were freaking his account like the Daddy Wa, Macaroni, Mr. Macaroni. I think there was a lot of female attention on him because of, the way he looks, the way he carries himself. He's so hot. And all these women were fantasizing. And that is one of the reasons why he was always posting his wife. Maybe it will reduce. But my gender that I know very well in Nigeria, that one does not discourage the determined one. That will not discourage them. Oh, it will not discourage them. Oh my God. So these are my two theories. You can call it conspiracy theory if you like, but my theory is that this is why he was always posting his wife and doing all the love in Tokyo. If you have a contrary opinion, or you have any other opinion about why you think there was so much of all this, public show of affection, come into the studio. Let's have a conversation. We are talking, right? Okay. So we are not in their home. Last, because anybody to one benye, we just know that she's always carry. Will carry here. See, how they carry her. Which woman know made a carry her like this? Just carry her for back. Who go carry me like this now? Who go carry me? Ta ló máa gbé mi pọ̀n báyìí bí ọmọ tuntun? Who will carry me now? Ta ló máa gbé mi pọ̀n? My goodness. Love dey sweet oh. The idea of love is even sweeter. The idea. Yeah. Top Notch said he was really into Yvonne that time. People thought that they would get married, but he went back to his wife. He brought his family back to Nigeria, put his kids in school, but they went back to the US. Yeah. Nigeria is not easy meat to chew. It's not easy at all. Yeah. Long distance, a lot of people are speculating that long distance may have may have played a role in this as well. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you are enjoying the show. We got, how many people do we have in the studio? We have 1,000 by 1,400. The likes are not even up to 300. Hey, Joe, if you are enjoying this show, give me super chats. Since you don't want to like, at least give me super chats. Freaky my account. Put super chat for me, oh. Mo fẹ́ gba super chat lẹ́ni, because I'm still not feeling 100%, and I'm here shouting on my head and talking about this thing because I know that you people want this matter to be discussed today, and I don't want to disappoint all the online in-laws. Order. Give me super chat, yo. I want super chat today.
Do you buy Ferrari and put that stuff and lock it down in your garage? No. Don't understand. But no, beyond even that, but this is how I have always been with my wife. This is who we are. I'm not, you don't see me, I don't think you've been to my page and you see me on a private jet or whatever with my wife or wearing Gucci and Prada and all that. I can wear just slippers and pumps, and whatever I do with my wife indoors is what I put on my page. I don't do anything special. You know what I'm saying? My dream is, the life I live right now has always been my dream. You know, so it's just before, I wasn't fulfilled. I didn't know what I was doing before. I was a lost man before. But, I worked hard and prayed hard, and now I'm hallelujah.
You see how the ladies are like, Do you see them saying like this? When another person, if a man that is not fine is talking. So some of these women like fine men. That's the truth. We too like fine boys. Fine boy, no pimple. So many hearts have been broken because of fine boy. Fine boy, see all of them making What you I see when I dey like this? All this is it not too much? Check out about you.
Ladies, we like this kind of conversation. Yes. So let me stay on this for a moment. Because sometimes there are those women that see you as attractive, see you as somebody who,
and they want some.
This is just for a little bit. What is one that is flaunting? We still know how we're getting.
We can still collect.
We still know at some point you will have access. How do you manage those kinds of women that just stick around?
Those mosquitoes,
they're just around.
I don't manage it. I don't even pay no attention to it. I don't even know it exists. See, let me tell you something. Whatever you focus on also grows. I'm a very serious person. I'm not a saint.
I agree. What you focus on grows. I did a short video about it the other day. It does grow when you focus on something. I completely agree with that.
Okay. If I'm the kind of person that I believe if you want to achieve something in life, if you want the benefit of something in life, you also need to want the cost of it. Do you understand?
The benefit and the cost.
There's no time to play. It's your choice. Life is all about, you're not victim of your circumstances, but your decisions. Period. If I want to wreck my life right now, I know what to do. I wrecked my own life before.
You see why people like him? Someone like me, this is why I like Ninolowo. Not like him like that. But there's an aspect of his character that I like. Only that he wrecked his life before. Only for one to pada. I wrecked my life, but I used my hands to put it back together. Man of Prestige, thank you so much for that $20. I appreciate you. God bless you, my brother. Man of Prestige challenging you. He said, match it or beat this challenge. Isa, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. So this is the aspect of him that I think, and because he was talking so openly about this in Nigeria. This guy lives in Nigeria, right? So he travels quite a lot. At a point, his family were in the US and they came back, and then I think they're back now. He goes back. He's always traveling, but I think he's based in Nigeria because he's an actor. And a Nollywood actor has to be in Lagos or somewhere in Nigeria where you can feature in films. And for a man in Nigeria to be opening up like this is very endearing for me. Honestly, I like people who are, they can they just open up and they get in touch with their feelings and express themselves without blaming other people. What I don't personally like in a human being is somebody that never, ever takes account of their own action. It's always another person's fault. Oh, thank you, honey, baby. You're matching Man of Prestige. Oh, aburo mi dada. God bless you. Some people will never. You see these women? It's because I brought her to America. That's why. Did you see him mention for once? I didn't even know until Omoyeme told me about that article that he was the one that took his wife to America. If it was some of our brothers, they would say, this is what they do. Oh. Once you bring them here, this is what they do. But he said, no, she was a woman. I was in control of her. I could tell her anything. But because I messed up so much, she outgrew me. Wow. Wow. Anyway, let's finish playing it. Then I'll read quickly what he wrote today. Then we'll take calls. Man of Prestige and Beno are waiting already.
Oh, you gave yourself
benefits. You missed that, right? He said, I wrecked my life before, and before I go pada. That means I rearranged my life by myself. So,
exactly.
It's so nice talking to you, really.
It's a thing of choice.
It's enlightening.
Let's know how Madame, how does she feel about all of this?
What role she's playing in supporting
what role is she playing?
How does she feel about what part?
Your life, your success, your career path. How does she feel about all of that, and how is she coping with it?
Well, the truth is, my wife, she supports me, she loves me, but I can't speak for her. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is this: the sacrifices we all make for each other. Life is all about sacrifices. The love, the marriage, the relationship. It's all about sacrifices. Now, certain things probably will not go well with her, but she looks and says, "Okay, this is the sacrifice I have to take. I have to make."
Okay, we have to run off.
It's all about I make sacrifice. Do you understand? So if you speak to her, maybe one-on-one, she can tell you even things I haven't even realized is happening.
We have to run. What are you working on?
I'm working on this, Shame to Fame.
So, yeah. That's his book.
The book.
Shame to Fame.
Even your picture looks good. You look like Kabiesi. You look like Kabiesi. Don't mind these people.
Anyways, we have to run. Thank you very much.
Nima is crushing on him, seriously. Nima cannot even hide it. So it's like, even your picture, you look like Kabiesi. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Yvette, for that super chat. Chidinma, you are matching it. Oh, you are my special girl. You know that. I love you. Thank you. Yvette, thank you so much for yours. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the super chat, though. I really need it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So keep giving it and keep giving thumbs up as well. So this was Ninolowo talking to the ladies at The View. And this video was recorded, let me just get you the date, 2 years ago. Precisely, it was recorded in Lagos where he was opening up again. He's very vocal about, his marriage and the things he went through. September 18th, 2020, this video was recorded. We're in 2023 now, so yeah, that's 2020. It's 3 years now. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this, and then finally, I'm going to share what he wrote today. Then I'll go to all the caller. We've got a lot of brothers in the studio already. It will be interesting to hear from brothers today. Ola is saying something that I don't know yet, but we'll find out what Ola is up to. Maybe Ola has access to some information that we are not privy to at the moment. Okay. So Ninolowo woke up on a good day today. Brother Ben, thank you. Brother Ben has superseded the challenge. Auntie B, I challenge everybody. Now, US fans get the floor today. US fans, una do well, yo. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. You know, say we too love you for here. They make people laugh. Now, the main thing where make people love you be that. Thank you. So, today is the 1st of September, 2023. Happy new month. You see, I don't remember to greet you now in all my excitement about this show. Ninolowo can't wake up this morning with his sexy body. He can't go on Instagram, can't go right for the talk. See, finally, I accept the reality of the end of the road. A sad reality that gives room and hope for a brighter and more fulfilling future. A reality that is sad for my loving and adorable children, but necessary for a peaceful and loving future. A sad reality. I prayed, nurtured, and worked tirelessly hard, never to experience for the sake of all. A sad reality I now have to accept as I realize that my kids are much more grown with better sense and of understanding and knowledge of my pain and struggles regarding them. A sad reality that screams that I won't live or be around forever. and must take care of my health and mental state for the goodness of all. You never finish, oh. Where's the rest? Linda, where did you put the rest? Huh? You didn't finish, oh. It's 2 pages, oh. That is not the end, yo. But this is all I can see, oh. Anyway, he said quite a lot in that. He was describing how, you know, he's brokenhearted and his heart is shattered to announce that him and himself are going their separate ways and headed for an inconciliable marriage dissolution. Dissolution, not resolution. Dissolution. Yes. That's the short of it. You got the message. You got the whole picture. Yeah. Marriage don't kaput. Let's put it that way. Thank you to everybody that's giving me super chats. I appreciate you guys. So he basically said that he now has to accept it. And if you follow him, you will know that this guy actually loves his children a lot. So this is my own personal, again, my personal assessment of the situation. I'm sharing my link now. I'll come to your comments and your calls in a minute. I believe that he actually likes the idea of marriage. He likes his lovely wife. They look good together. They could be in the cover of Africa Vogue, what they call that magazine of the people that look fine. Vogue in Lagos edition. Both of them can be on the cover. They are gorgeous. They look good. They work out. They eat right. They always, they live the life that people will aspire to have, right? On social media, in quotes. And I believe that he actually wants to be in his children's life. He alluded to it when he was talking about this. He kept saying that, he wants to be, the children are grown enough now. So I'm thinking, was the reconciliation because he wanted to be part of the children's life? Or what was that? I don't know. I didn't know that they were married, they broke up, they came back together, but it didn't work. Life happens, my people. It happens. I think they tried. And I just wish that Nigerians would just allow these people to breed. Just leave them alone. I genuinely think they both tried to make this work. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe they've come to the end of the road. In my last show, we're talking about how it is better to end marriage, to have a healthy separation or a healthy divorce than to be buying each other. The last show we did, people pied the man pied the wife, which is the Yoruba man, pied the wife, and now he's in custody. I was seeing a screenshot later on where they said that he had mental health and he's had 2 hospital admissions recently. Apparently, the man had serious mental health problem. So we said that cheating is DV, is emotional abuse. So will it not be better for this lovely couple, this beautiful couple, as painful as it is, will it not be better for, if they are suffering and they are struggling, will it not be better for everybody to go their way instead of holding on to a marriage that might become toxic? Because it's only when you hold on, even when you know that it's not working, you keep trying to hold on, tipa tipa. It must work. My marriage will work. My marriage will work. It's good for it to work, but at what cost? At the cost of your mental health, your mental breakdown, your physical health. If these 2 people as adults have decided that, you know what, we did give it a try, and we can't do it anymore. It's not, they've decided to go their own way. Somebody is disagreeing with me very here. Kala Jordan. I've never seen that name before. Thank you, Yin, for that super chat. He said, this is wishing Bumi and Bolanle Ninolowo heal and get back together. No baton. I don't know what to say. Brother Ben. He said they should heal and get back together. Oh, Lobaton. People are still wishing that she should come back together. I told you some people are not happy with this today. I was going to read what Kala said. Kala said, no, try again. Try again. You must try again. Marriage is not always love. Marriage is not always love. Even if you hate each other, just try. It's commitment. As long as you are committed, try again. Brother Ben, you are muted. Welcome.
Auntie B. Hey.
Eléyìí máa le, ó máa le léyìí o.
Oh, but Auntie
Jésù.
B. This one, water don't pass Gary. Oh.
They say you must try again, try again. If they fight each other, then I go there and say, why didn't they leave? Why did they not leave? Are we not speaking from both sides of the mouth?
I swear. This one shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. This one really shocked me, and it really hit hard because personally, I like this guy. I like him so much for the fact that I think what actually won me to him was when I start seeing his video with his children. I'm big when it comes to kids. I know they take and they play. So when I see men, especially popular men, who show off their kids, letting people know that, see, oh, I get my children with the bam, man, I'm all in. So that's how I became his fan. And secondly, I like the fact that he actually admitted that he messed up and tried to mend his ways and come back with his wife. Now, I left a comment that brother Ola, man of prestige, actually reposted, where I said, look, my guess, so we don't even know what happened so far, but my guess is that probably maybe his wife cheated on him.
Why would you say that? Man, let me bring him in. He's here. Ola, why would you say that? Why you brothers? I will not allow you people to put this in our doorstep today. Kileri,
no, and to be if I can just explain briefly.
His wife is the wife that is the one that cheated now. Abi.
Can you hear me?
Ola, what?
Okay, let's correct one little information first so that Robert can continue. He posted it, I reposted it. I just said it's possible. That's all I said at the end.
He posted what? What did he post?
The whole comment. That was, you see, / that's me reposting somebody else. I reposted what he posted, and then I said it's possible. That's all I said.
What exactly did he post? I didn't get that.
The whole comment. It was the one that posted it originally.
No, that I posted that possibly maybe the wife cheated on him and
yes.
So
he posted
that was Brother Ben. Yes.
Ben, was it you that said it?
Yes, ma.
Oh, I thought it's Ola. Why am I saying it's Ola? I thought it was Ola that said
because I reposted it. I just put it's possible in front of it. Yeah.
Yes,
y'all continue, bro. Continue.
Where did you see it from, Ben? That he said that his wife cheated.
No. I didn't see it from anywhere that his wife cheated. I'm just speaking from the perspective of a man.
You came up with that all by yourself?
Yes, ma'am. And this is my reason for that. I tried to figure out what might have happened, and just like everyone else has been doing all day, I actually posted it on my Facebook page this morning.
But let me ask you this though, Ben. Even if his wife cheated, we don't know. You just came up with this. This is what I keep telling you, ladies. You know, see as men they support themselves. You know, see say they don't. You know, see where they don't quickly carry the matter go. So maybe the wife cheated. I understand bro code. Hold on now. You see, women, you guys need to have your 6 code and hold on to it. Men always support themselves. Now, even if what I'm going to ask you, brother Ben, before you carry on, is that I will allow you to explain why you said that. But I put it to you that even if she cheated, like you are suspecting, can he not forgive the way she's been forgiving him in the past in all the cheating he's been doing?
Okay, it's different with us men. And thank God Brother Ola is here. He can actually agree or disagree with me. You see, if you look at their pictures, I'm so glad that you shared their pictures when they were nobody, when they started.
Yeah.
Now, you see, for a man, I kind of felt for him because I think my part somehow looks like his own too. You see, when you meet a woman, when she was that innocent, young, and you yourself, you are a nobody, and both of you started together, then you started growing.
Yeah.
Men, we can be stupid, might put on for Nigeria way. But you see, the one thing we don't play with is even thinking that another man is on top of your woman. No. We don't accept that. You know, they go well with men. Now, a woman you've known from when you were young adults and you all grew together, then you broke up and you came back together. One thing remains there. he can never get over the fact that while they were separated or divorced, someone else was sleeping with her.
Was he not sleeping with other people?
Yes.
Was he not sleeping with other women?
Yes, he was, auntie. And thank God you've known me for a while now. I'm a very realistic man, and I like to put myself in somebody's shoe.
Yes.
He can never get.
So you are saying that men cannot tolerate, the men are jealous to the point that they cannot tolerate being cheated on.
Auntie B, it takes the grace of God for a man to overlook that. It's never going to be the same again. In fact, anytime they are in the bedroom, anytime they are having intimacy, that image of another man climbing his wife will come back straight.
And you think it doesn't happen to women, eh?
Of course it does. Of course it does. In fact, I apologize and I pity all women who happens to have men that cheated on them, because this thing is heartbroken. And I'm just saying this from man's angle. So why I say probably his wife cheated, the wife might not cheated in real world, but the thing is this. Look at his wife. This is a very gorgeous, beautiful woman. And
the woman, she's fine, no?
She's woman fine.
Everything you want to look for in a woman, she's got it.
Honestly, and you see the backside. You see
that video where for Canada for back. So in fact, now that one me continue to the look say show. Wait till be this egweji.
The woman get everything up or down. We be Yoruba men. We know they take this thing they play.
I know they take yash play. Now full package.
Yes, so now full package. So now Nino himself is an handsome man, and I'm just saying this because this one really he touched me somehow. Why? My wife he's having a crush on Nino just because the way the guy did with his wife, being a celebrity, everything. My wife, he always hype him up. In fact, sometimes for house, I'll say, Madam, look at me now. Every time you say Nino, what about me? Go say, you get 6-pack. See, I get 6-pack. My 1-pack, I appreciate them. I'm just saying. But to come to the matter on ground, if you have a woman that you left as a result of separation or divorce, there is no way. She's human now, and a fine woman. In fact, if you have fine woman self, the moment you left her, people there will want to pick her up immediately. Shall you feel me, Auntie B?
I feel you.
There are people that want to pick her up immediately. So I just knew that for a Nigerian man, when he comes back, definitely he would have found out men does this. I'm not lying.
But they've been back since now. Ben, this your theory. I know all of us get conspiracy theory tonight, but this your theory. I don't feel say maybe it's applicable because they've been back now.
Auntie B is applicable. I read what he posted. There is a particular place where he said, "May God punish me if I did wrong." I know where that is coming from, Auntie B. I know where that is coming from. He can't go to social media and start spilling everything. When he said, "May God punish me,"
he cannot forgive her. She forgave him. She no, wait. Okay. Because Arema Egbe, Grandma Uchi is not here today. Arema Egbe is an Esako word that said, "Do unto others as you wish for them to do to you." What you can, he said openly how he cheated. She forgave him, took him back, and I've been, praising him for being accountable, for owning up to his mistake, doing the work and everything. And now you are saying that, she may have done the same thing and he couldn't forgive her. He couldn't get over it because it's too painful.
See, Auntie B, the truth of the matter is that men cannot take 1/4 of what they dish out to women. I'm sorry, my gender. Make una no verse. Make una no to say I throw now under the bus, but it's reality. Some of the crap that my gender put women through, we can't take half of it.
I agree with that.
And men will react differently. And like I said, now I still stand by my word. Something happened. Either he said it himself that this woman has outgrown him. That's how it is. Look, when you meet a girl during her innocent phase, when she was just a baby girl, and you all grown together, the woman will get to a stage especially when she had 1 or 2 kids and she's now fully in the marriage. She has come to herself. She's now successful, or a career woman or something. She now has a voice. She will grow to a point where you can no longer treat her like a baby. You can no longer just command her or order her around anyhow. And once a woman have endured a lot of cheating sescapade between a man and all his side chick, side end or whatever, it will get to a point that some women will decide to pay you back in your own coin. And
I hear you.
When our sisters does that, you know they fit take calm.
You know they forget. Ben, cool down. I see, so see, it's double standards all round. But I hear what you're saying. Men can't take what they dish out, and it's good that it's coming from a man. But I like what Monica is saying. Monica is saying this is the reason I will not forgive a man that cheats, because men don't forgive. So she's actually buttressing what you're saying. That way, you see, but women, can you speak for them? They say, how men do it? He has to do like a man. He's a man. It's even women that will make excuses. I don't know, they like you.
Yes,
and men don't forgive.
Yes, because now the landscape is changing. You know, back in Nigeria, thank God we all lived in Nigeria before we come here. Back in Nigeria, you can run around, do whatever you want. You are the boss. The woman no fit do anything. But for a woman that is in the Western world, in America for that matter, you go wash twice before you try her. Because when she won't serve you breakfast, you can't take it. So I think that's what is happening. When he said, if I'm wrong, may God judge me. Definitely, he don't catch his wife. It's just my own theory. He don't catch his wife now, and he can't look beyond that. He can't just take himself and say, okay, you know what? Let me just put this behind us. And that's why he's like, you know what? Let's just end this marriage. And before I go, Auntie B, so that Mr. La can talk, I also blame your gender too, Auntie B.
What do you blame us for this time?
Some of them, especially all these side chicken, side whatever they are in Nigeria and US, some of them don't know how to chop, come on face. They go chop, sit down there.
If it's sweet, how person go take come on face?
Some of them don't go chop this guy now. They don't go chop Nino. They no Greek come out. They carry things now. You waka.
Ben, Ben, I think I'll beg you. So, first of all, you say you say now we they forgive. Now we they know they forgive. Now you they talk say some of us they say our agenda they go shop. We no Greek come out. Now he make Nino no fit. So now our faults. Now our fault say Nino no fit say no. When you know say he already things are shaky between him and his wife.
Auntie is human, no blood they run for in vain. No. Even sometimes when you try to pray, say God help me rise above this temptation. This he get the kind. This guy travels a lot. He goes to location.
So you are assuming that women are not tempted, Abi?
Women are tempted, but you know God give you guys grace.
No.
These things, but
Ben, you why you they shout every day? They say Ondofa. When you know they carry your wife because you know what they deport you to Ondo.
Auntie B, you just a break table up and down since yesterday.
You behave yourself as you did for that Austin, Texas. You did behave yourself because you know what man make your wife fly you go Ondo. You did you did maintain. Why you know go carry out chick? You know say Ondofa.
Auntie B, women for US that they serve breakfast, so when they want serve you, now you box, person go take carry in load komoto. All the women, that's why I said the landscape have changed. And any man who is seeing this now, they should give themselves brain. If you think you are cheating, you are running on your woman and she doesn't know, you fool yourself. All these women are super intelligent. If you reach one stage, when she go show you, your own go pass Nino own.
Just stay there. Make Ola talk something because you were talking about at a point there. It looks like you are making excuses for Nino because he's an actor. He's always traveling. He's always that. But you know, Cynthia is saying something that Obama was running a whole damn country. He was traveling. Do you know what it means to run a presidential campaign? He was traveling. But did we hear that Obama was cheating?
Obama self-collect.
Ola, welcome. Well, Ben, Ondo is far. That is what is keeping you in line. It's the same thing. Ninolowo knows what is at stake. Because like you said, this woman is an Americanized woman now. She's not going to put up with no nonsense anymore going further. So that your theory, eh? I not buy him. Nah, I not buy him. I not buy him. You just define excuse. You are doing bro code tonight. Man of Prestige, Ola, welcome, Jerry.
How are you, ma? How you doing?
Fine, no.
Yes, ma. Yeah, I think, I don't really buy that theory too. All I said is that it's possible, right? Obviously,
yeah, of
anything
course.
is possible.
They were separated for a while, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy the theory. I think most people's cases is not that. I think most people's cases, we don't know this case. Obviously, we don't know the full details outside of the fact that he's admittedly cheated in the past, and he said on and on and on, and he actually used his own mouth to say that. So one thing I can tell you about that is that infidelity recovery is a very, very hard thing to do. It's very difficult, and the reason it's not just because of infidelity, it's because betrayal. It's just hard.
Yes.
It's very hard to come back from when trust has been broken.
Yeah.
Yes. So one of the things that makes it very hard that people don't pay attention to is that the person who is actually trying to fix it, it's actually seemingly harder for them because they will continue to measure against their effort. The effort might seem like a lot on their part. It might seem like not enough on the part of the other person. And what they will find themselves often in spaces where they are, where he might be manipulating her. Like, after all, I've done this. What about I've been walking the straight line for 2 years. Is that not enough for you? You'll be seeing a lot of emotions around that particular dynamics, and it makes it very hard. Now, when you had the layer of fame on top of it, right, is attracted to lots of women. That's the truth. Particularly from an attention standpoint, right? So attention, the mind doesn't know how to read attention that is not real, that is just attention. If she's observing all of this attention, she will continue to interpret the worst case scenario. Meaning, where right now, as somebody is hitting like on his picture right now, when she sees it, her brain will draw a picture that he's sleeping with somebody right now.
Yes. Can she actually trust him fully again though, after all that episodes and everything that happened while they were separated?
It's possible. It's just almost impossible, right? So he will need to be an extraordinary type of man. Part of the things that I don't see as a good move here is the
Tiki Shark, what are you saying? She said one time when the devil tried to use me, I inboxed him, but thank God he never responded. This is what Ben was saying. This is what Ben was saying. Oh, Bini, shout out for Bini, oh, Bini. You people will not. If I think share, you will not allow Ninolowo to breathe.
Let him breathe. Let the poor man breathe.
Yes, so let him breathe.
You not allow fine man. No wonder Flavor was talking about Flavor yesterday. Somebody said that Flavor should better not get married. It's better for him not to marry. And the person told me clearly, marriage is not for everybody. I say yes. You know, Pogba. Because if Flavor was married, it's the same drama that will be happening. All these fine men, wahala lo bad day.
You know, I posted on my Instagram wall. And to be, we have to plan an Instagram live together. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I posted on my Instagram wall all these even American superstars that are, fine, handsome men, that have been married for 20 years plus. Many of them are still very active in the game, but they've successfully done it for. But one thing you notice about many of them is that a lot of those women, you don't know them. If it's a woman that needs to be known, that needs to compare themselves to that man's job, in any capacity, it can backfire. It will backfire because, again, he's a superstar. It's an indication that she's probably comparing herself to that level of attention that he's getting, which is fake love all around. It's just because it's a star,
of course,
right?
It's fake love now.
Yes.
It's fake attention as well. You see the image You see, people can, it's the idea, Ola. It's not the real thing. That's what I'm saying. People are, you should see the comment section. You know what happened? So, you're echoing, I don't know why you're echoing, Ola.
Oh, you really?
Let me. You're echoing. So, Ninolowo announced this thing and decided to have a live stream while he was talking about how to get into tech, which is something I watched a bit of it and I was quite, you know, it was very enlightening.
Am I still echoing?
Okay, no, you're not echoing anymore. Okay. I can't hear myself. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I watched a bit of that. When he finished announcing this, of course, there are going to be a lot of people coming to his page now to come and do find out what's happening. Yeah. And he had a live stream where he was talking about simple way to get into IT, how to break into tech without having a degree. All the comments, people, hey, Jesus Christ, you need to see comments. Everybody was talking about how you need to get back to your wife. How dare you end your marriage? How dare you? They did not engage with anything he was saying about that video. Yeah. Is the marriage that they were talking about?
Yes. Yep.
So it's the idea at the end of the day. Some people are just in love with the idea.
Right. So ideally, right, a woman that's married to that man would completely understand that and disengage herself from that, but it's also still very difficult.
Yeah.
Still very difficult. So I think it's a difficult. So that's what's for me. If I have to speculate, which I don't like speculating, you know that. If I have to speculate, is the struggle of the betrayed trust and then the overcompensation, all the PDAs. You know, you've seen men before say, "I pay the bills." Is that not enough? I walk a straight line. Is that not enough? After everything I do, you go and compare you to your friends. You see men do that, right? And this has nothing to do with what she's feeling, emotionally speaking, right? And that only helps with more resentment. So if you can picture an argument between the two of them in a house, right? Especially after that episode, hypothetically, right? That episode of Chude, right? Imagine after he finished that, right? And he finished saying all these nice things that you highlighted earlier, right? And then they got home and they're arguing, and then she brings up all of the hurt that she's had in the past. He's going to be like, why are we talking about that? That's supposed to be resolved. But it's not that simple. That's why we can never manipulate people into forgiveness. It takes a tremendous amount of patience. It's a process. It takes time. So if you don't put all the work in yourself as a man, it might backfire. If you are putting all that work in yourself as a man, it's impossible to backfire because you're doing it for you anyway, right? So she can take her time. You're not manipulating her into quick forgiveness. She can take her time. She can go through the process, no matter how long it takes, including when she sees stuff that trigger her insecurity online, right? You understanding of that, and the work you're doing is for you. If you, by any chance, remotely think that you're doing the work for her or you're doing her a favor, it will backfire because you will start measuring against that effort. And if it's not yet time or it's not enough, you will resent that. And then you might find yourself making the announcement he made today. Right? So I believe it's all good intention. My personal opinion is that it was all good intentions, but because there's a disconnect in the emotional aspect of the competence in terms of infidelity recovery, it backfired because just because you are doing the right thing doesn't mean you will create the right result.
Absolutely. Completely. I mean, it's not easy. I'm sure they tried. This is
the cheating could have ended a long time ago. It's not enough. Even the cheat, he might. I believe he meant every word he said on Tuesday. Like, yes, people don't pretend like that.
I believe that.
But it might still not be enough because emotions transcends beyond any momentary action or just because you walk a straight line. Yeah, the reflection is just like as real as today.
Yes, you know? Or having a conscience now, or being morally saying, I'm sorry. He said, if I have to
my wife was telling me today, when we were listening to him, my wife was telling me that one of the things that she hates the most is the man prostrating, because it comes off as, in that moment, when she's in that funk, it comes off as manipulation because
Yeah.
she's, even though he
It can be
means
perceived
well.
that, yeah, it can be perceived as manipulation. That's
Yeah, he can
true.
be perceived. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he was saying if I
Yeah.
have to dobale, and again, you know how he said that over 100 people were involved trying to get them back together. Because, like I said, people like the idea.
They
And it's
do.
not like it's always good to have families together. No, I mean, no cap. That's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
main thing. They should be together. There are kids involved. Everybody should grow old and grow gray hair and have children,
That would be nice,
grandchildren.
right?
Yeah, that's beautiful. It
Yeah.
is. But the thing is that only the two of them
Yes.
know what's gone on. There's a lot of water under the bridge for these two people. And
Yeah.
he said something. Ninolowo said that there were over 100 people trying to get them back together, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
Until
even
he
that one sound like
decided.
a red flag to me. Why is 100 people trying to get? Why is 100
Again, you
people
know
trying to
why
get it
now?
together?
You're supposed to know
Yeah.
now. In
No, I know
America, this is
now.
what happens.
That's what I'm saying, but it backfires. Is my point. 100 people.
I
Yeah.
think
Your children and all that. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on when people want to walk away from marriage for whatever
I may
reason.
have another theory for that too.
Oh yeah, now, brother Ben. Let's hear him.
And to be, am I permitted?
You've come again with your theory, Ben. Let me see what Adewale is here. Let me see what Triple D's daddy has to say before you come with your another conspiracy theory. Triple D daddy, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
How are you, Sao?
Long time, ma.
How is Bahrain?
You still know my location. We thank God. We
I
are
know your
suffering the
location,
heat.
no? You're the one that told me that. I've
You,
never heard that country
you,
until you told me.
but oh my God.
The internet in Bahrain is not smiling today.
That internet don't
I
collect.
told you. You're handling. You attend to so many people. So I will give you a kudos for at least trying to manage and still keep the record intact. Like to know different locations that many people have. It's not easy.
Thank you.
How was your trip to Dubai?
It was very, very fine. Thank you. What do you have to say about this situation?
Anyway,
Ninolowo?
it's a sad story. The lady herself and Ninolowo, they both like they are an image or a personality that some couple will like to emulate in terms of the way he carried the family, he respect them, he shows them love, there is nothing hidden about his family, he doesn't, some men now, because of their scrupulous art, maybe they want to do something that has to do with infidelity or something, they will hide their family. He doesn't do that. He always flaunt his family, which is worthy of emulation. That's something I like about him. I mean, anytime you see his family, anytime you always be happy because he keep them with. I mean, nobody will not want their family to be like that. I'm talking about making them look good all the time. His wife, you're always proud of him. But it's very sad story. I wish things can work out. Yeah. I wish things can work out. That's all what I got to say. But Sister B, I'm sorry if I had to add something, though that thing might be a little not related to this matter. But anyway, I just want to seek your permission, if that is okay.
It depends. So, what do you want to talk about?
Well, it's not big issue anyway. It's not big issue anyway. It's about our brother, but it's okay. Everybody has their own freedom, yeah, and
Which
everything. So,
brother?
yeah. So the point I'm trying to drive at, I'm not attacking anybody, but the issue, and I'm happy that our brother Bo, I'm not attacking anybody, but we're able to settle with what's it called, Daddy Freeze, to say the fact. All right. The point I'm driving at is that we're all here when he came here to like, okay, he said so many things about him. Well, I don't know what he saw. I don't know. But at this point in time, he's regular, but he can go there. But I think we own, I don't know how to put it. We own a duty of right as a member of this community. Like, okay, we have now settled. You can make it open here so that we can know. Because the way you portray the whole story, like, this guy, I don't want to go back to the whatever, but at least we need to get, because I'm surprised when I saw him there. I'm like, so my brother has said this man is this. So you're regular in his channel. He has the right, so to say. But it's like, he's about one person and later you are now found in that same page. You get what I'm talking about? I'm happy that they became friends, which is good. Like whatever the kids they can say, but we got the right to know the development here, like, because you get what I'm talking about.
Let's not go into that. We'll resolve that privately. We'll resolve that. Bio and I had a conversation about that. So let's just allow sleeping dogs, like, okay?
Okay,
I appreciate your concern. Thank you very much.
I stand to be corrected, though. I'm not trying
no,
to.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm glad that you were able to. You spoke your mind. No, there's freedom of speech. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, my brother.
Any good day, man. Bye, man.
Thank you. Eshe Goni. Eshe. Thank you. All right. I think Triple D Daddy was not happy to see Bio in Daddy Freeze's show.
It's a ride or die. It's a ride or die.
Bio,
I love it.
Love it. You know, Brother Patrick tell you, he won you. You know the year watch.
But that's so nice to hear, though, that he's.
You go collect. You won't collect now.
Yeah.
But I beg you, with me, make I hear your next theory so that we go move on to the next person. I don't want to speak. Only baby waiting.
Okay. My second theory is this: when they broke up and come back again, I think Nino just played a fast one on the poor lady, and here is why I say that.
Okay.
They have American children,
right?
And they were separated. And Nino knew that he might end up paying back child support. I don't know if you hear that, if you are familiar with that, Auntie B. Because here in America, when you were divorced from a woman, even if you run, go to Wenje, wherever you go, anytime you come back and your wife puts you on child support, the law will make you pay back child support. So all the money that has been accumulated since when you guys divorced to the time you come back together, you're gonna pay. So I think probably when Nino said there were close to 100 people, everybody trying to get them to go together, I think he's just playing the Yoruba man's card, or let's just say the Nigerian man's card of avoiding child support. He probably want to come back, stay with the kids until they are 18. Then he can take off again. That's just my second theory. Because right now, I think his daughter is 17 going 18 and his son is about 15. So definitely, this could be like a game. Like, you know what? Padalofe, you should go back and marry to her. You guys are together. She won't put you on child support. And even when he comes back, probably maybe the wife might have threatened him that, hey, I'm taking you to child support. And he just feel like, you know what? I love you. And you know women now, once your childhood love begin come back, tell you, baby, you are the only sugar in my tea. You are my peperoro. You guys will just forget everything. I say, okay, come back. So I'm just saying, that's my second theory, Auntie.
Wala. Wow.
Mr. Ola, why you laugh now?
No, you're not wrong. You said theory, so we can just write them inside one book somewhere and just move on.
Okay. That's another angle to look at it. It makes there's some sense in it, but you know what? With all this analysis, you never ever know. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw some genuinity in, in the way he spoke. Maybe he's just a good actor. Let's not forget that he's an actor in all this. Ben, Ninolowo is an actor.
Honestly.
So I keep saying I'm convinced the way he said he's an actor. He might just be acting. Lisa, we don't know. Because I don't know. They got back together in 2022 and this is 2023 and the thing is already kaput. So I don't know.
I mean, to be for now, it's easy to talk good game.
Yes.
In reality, when we are practicing this thing in real life, in our relationship, it's another ball game,
It's not so easy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I take that. I take that. I take that. Thank you so much, Rabin. And Adewale is in the building. I like the fact that we're having a lot of men tonight come, in this conversation. It's interesting. Women, my sisters, are you seeing? You see how they roll? If now we now for those they throw ourselves under the balls, we will not come hard for one another. Chai! I like men. Men too now like una broke code. Adewale, welcome. Oh. How are you, my love? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Auntie B. How you doing?
I'm good, darling. Welcome.
Yeah. I hope you had a wonderful time in Dubai.
I did. I came back with flu. Everybody, we all have flu. That is the thing now we're dealing with. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go straight to the topic of today. I've listened to some people, come up with theories. I've listened to some people make excuses. I've listened to some people speculate, but I think we are not talking about the lessons that we learned, like we're supposed to learn from the story. And I'm going to say this popular thing people always say in Nigeria. They would say, a foundation built on solid rock will stand the test of time. Right? Now, when you read what the interview he did in 2018, he said that when they asked him that, are you married? He said that his marriage is just a formality. That he found a lady he liked. He brought her to America, right? So to solidify her stay there, they had to get married and do whatever they like, make it official. So what he's saying in essence is that the marriage was not out of love, or was not built from like we want to build a family together. It was out of necessity, so she could stay. And then he said that he just thought that they were just going to be together, and when he turns 40, they would have a big wedding. So my interpretation of that is, okay, right now, I'm not ready for marriage. I just, we can just be together. I'm going to be doing my thing. I chase my career, I move around and do whatever I like. And then when I turn 40, I'm going to get married. And that's exactly, he did the, moving around. He said, this is not speculation. He said it with his mouth, which I appreciate, that he was cheating a lot and moving around a lot. Right? So the foundation of their relationship was built on a swamp. It was I don't want to say destined to fail, but it was already very shaky. And there's just something I always find about celebrities. I find it very hard to believe them. I don't know why, because a lot of the things they do is attached to their money. So especially the ones that go through something like cheating on someone, and then they come and write a book. I don't know.
I don't know. He came and wrote a book.
Yeah,
so like, you, he's a salesman. He's still trying to sell.
He's a salesman, a real salesman. He's attractive. He looks good. He has the muscles, and he can talk.
He can talk. He's an orator. In fact, if you didn't like his look, when he starts speaking that American phone,
he can talk. And when he talks, men listen. Even women listen. And women, like a lot of women are attracted to what they hear. So he can talk. So the whole, I want to believe him, but a part of me does not. I'm just going to be honest. I know the whole,
somebody says like Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is hot like that too. And he can talk like that. Chidima says like Derek Jackson.
He can talk.
Guy can talk. Like, and he looks hot.
He might have been like a part of what he did might have been genuine. I'm not taking that away from him, but I also still think a part of it was PR. It was just to revamp himself, and it really worked well. But then I started seeing the whole, flaunting on social media and everything. And I know one thing about couples on social media. What they do is attached to money. And anything attached to money is always, is always somehow.
Almost not genuine.
Any relationship I see on social media that only shows the good side, it's content. It's entertainment. It's entertaining. They don't show you the other 80% of their life. They don't talk about it. They don't do it. So I just don't believe any of that. I just feel like the whole thing was of overcompensation. And then when I just heard that they got divorced, I was not surprised because their foundation was very, very
You're
shaky.
one of the few people that is not surprised, though. A lot of
I'm
people
not
are
I
quite.
I'm not
People cry
surprised.
this night.
I'm 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 not surprised. I've seen a lot of like social media relationship that I don't want to say crumble, but they failed because the foundation of what they had, it's a facade. Let me just say it that way. It's a facade. So I don't I just hope that we learn a lesson from this story and look at real people, like real marriages, people who like, I've been like listening to a lot of podcasts about marriages where they'll bring like normal people who are married. And when
Real,
you see them, real people, when you see them, they sit down.
real, real people don't. Real marriages don't sound sexy. They don't look
They
so
don't, they don't.
entertaining.
They sit down, the whole lovey-dovey butterfly in my stomach. It's not there. So people don't watch. But when you see couples on social media, they dance, the man carries the lady on the back, and the women on the comment section are saying, "Oh, God win, God
God
win. I
when,
won."
God
I,
when. Am I stone? Am I a stone?
I
God,
just start
am
laughing.
I a chair?
I just I just start laughing. I'm just saying, like, this is content. If you know celebrities and how they make their money, you know that this is cash. This is real cash. He gets to keep his female fans. If the ones that might like him, they'll start buying the idea of this love relationship.
And that
This thing.
was the selling point. Apart from the acting, the fact
It's the
that
selling point.
this cute family, beautiful family, a
Exactly.
lot of people follow him for that.
Exactly. So I'm like, the bottom line of my own story is like, if you want to know, like, learn about marriages, look at the real people in your life. Relationships on social media, a lot, like 99% of them are a facade. Like, they're not real. It's like romantic movies where they just show you, oh, a prince is fighting a war, and then this princess, she's helpless. She has this wicked mother, and then the prince comes and he saves
Marry a
her.
maid. You can It's
And
like Nollywood movie where they always marry the
exactly,
maid. The
the
prince
maid,
always marries the
exactly.
maid.
Or you bring the girl from the village, and then they get married and they live happily ever after.
After.
And that's the end. But
Yeah.
that's not real life. It's not. So please don't be upset. Don't feel any type of way. Just move on with your life. And that's it. They're going to be fine. He's going to make his money.
The
That's all I
guy
want
is
to say.
fine. He's very fine. He's already doing live
Exactly.
show. He announced it, and
Exactly.
few hours later, I was there doing live video and selling markets.
Exactly. Exactly.
Me, I cannot cry
Exactly.
over people's marriage or over
Exactly.
social
And
media
there's
people.
going to be a lot of women in his DMs wanting to have a piece of him. So it is what it is. I'm just don't. I don't know. For me, celebrities, for me, I always say they're strangers. Don't try to model your life
I think you've
with
convinced
what
people
they
here.
see.
Oh, Adewale. Yvette said, "Thank you, Adewale. I've changed my mind after rethinking."
Exactly.
I think you've
And
made
that's
them see clarity. You've shown them
yeah,
clarity. Okay? This is not
exactly.
real. Come on,
I
guys.
mean,
Don't.
I mean,
It's
there's even
Miss
this
and Boom. All the
I mean,
stories in Miss and Boom. I read a lot of Miss and Boom when I was growing up. It's made up.
I mean, there's even this excuse. Someone was saying that he's really attractive. A lot of women are going after him. Give me a break. There are a lot of very, very attractive men that are even more handsome than Ninolowo, and they've been married for 20 plus years. We have Morris Chestnut, this American actor.
That's what
You
Ola
have
was saying. That's
you
what
have Van
Ola was
Vika,
saying.
this Ghanaian actor. The guy has been married for more than 20 years. You have Daniel Etim Effiong. It's about principle and the foundation of their marriage. It's not the muscle and I'm bringing my wife and we're all dancing and doing. That's not real. That's the
He knows
story they're selling.
he knows his followership. He knows his audience. So when he
Exactly.
start
He knows his
working,
audience.
you need to see the way he works. He will just
Exactly.
let me show
It's
you a video.
content. It's entertainment.
It is entertaining, to be honest. It is entertaining. And the
Exactly.
women,
That's
they cannot wait. We can't get enough of it. We cannot get enough of Ninolowo and his beautiful family. But you know what? Like Adewale said, Life happens. Thank you so much, Adewale. I am going to Honey Babe now because of time. We've done almost 2 hours very quickly. Adewale, thank you for bringing people back to reality. Guys, wake up. G, Masun. G.
G, 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 G,
G,
G.
G, G, G.
Oh, God.
A lot of the things you see on social media is acting. It is acting.
It's called content.
Anything
anything lifestyle content. Just move with caution.
He might be showing people his wife to protect his marriage.
You don't see where we did now.
Well, whatever he did, for whatever reason, where we are now, there might just be somebody else in the picture. The thing is that he wrote that thing, but when I saw him in a live video a few hours later, he didn't look distressed. He didn't look unhappy. I'm sure the thing I could tell a lot from the write-up was the fact that he desperately wanted to be, or maybe he really wanted the family unit to stay together, because I think he really, really, really wanted to be in his children's lives. I think he's a wonderful and amazing dad.
Yeah, I believe that he won. I believe it's a competency issue, honestly. I believe he wanted to try. Now, that he's capable of doing what he was trying to do is another topic entirely.
Exactly. Or whether he was available to do it is another thing.
Yes.
Because, let's be honest, he travels quite a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't always home.
Long distance is nobody's mate. Long distance, you're a superstar. Yeah, there's a lot of energy for that woman to have to work with. When you had it with a lot of speculations, even just on this stage, you have about how many theories so far, right? She will pick some of it and believe it, even if it's not, if there's no proof, no evidence.
And for somebody with his track record who was cheating,
exactly, it's easy to believe
doesn't matter. Being away from your spouse it just opens the opportunities. They are endless.
Yeah.
He might probably came out maybe to beat Gistlover to the story.
But Gistlover hasn't said anything about him.
Gistlover. This story is so clean. It's very close to our typical situations. There is no guarantee of coming back from it if there's infidelity. That's really the lesson I'm seeing here.
Exactly.
If you've committed this, it's going to take everything in you to create recovery. It's almost impossible. We would like to push this in the celebrity arena. I take what Adewale is saying, but the truth is that this guy is clean to a certain extent, right? If he wasn't clean, he's loud enough for someone like Gistlover to have already been spreading this before now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are so right. Or maybe somebody is pregnant somewhere, and then
we'll see. All will be exposed. All will be exposed. Okay, Honey Babe, you're welcome. How are you, darling?
Hello, Auntie B. Hello, everybody.
Thanks for being patient.
Hey, Honey Babe.
I wasn't going to come on, but I wanted to say that I've been enjoying Brother Ben. And
how can you not come? Today is all about accountability, and you're our prefect. You gotta come and say something.
Okay, thank you. I've just been enjoying Brother Ben's different conspiracy theories.
Don't mind him. Ben wants to go to Akure. He wants to go to Ondo today.
I think for me, I'm of the point of view, from accountability point, I'm putting on my accountability hat, that life happens. And for me, it doesn't really, obviously cheating is a bad thing, but for me, it doesn't really matter who cheated, whether it was him or her. The marriage did not work. And I put it in the comment section that, is it not better for them to be mature enough to end the relationship and move on and just co-parent than hold on to this marriage because of these online in-laws that it's not even their business, because only they know the reason why the relationship didn't work. If the narrative is that he cheated, I applaud him for taking accountability, but it's more than just talking about it. It's the works. Obviously, he has done this before. I personally believe that a cheater cannot change, but if he does the work, but at the same time, the woman has to make that decision if she wants him back. If she's decided to wash her hands of him, then let her move on. The main thing is about the children. So I get kind of frustrated where everyone is saying their heart is broken. They want the couple to get back together. No disrespect. It's got nothing to do with you.
They were advising him in the comment section. You should see the comments. If you go on the stage, you will laugh.
It's got nothing to do with them because
people
at the end
were basically begging him, please
why?
Go back to your wife. Please
because
go back to your wife.
For me, I applaud someone that will end the marriage in a respectful way. They know the reason why the relationship is not palatable, that have decided to now go their separate ways. Is that not better? Or we want what happened? What's the last show you did where someone deleted? Is that what people want? I mean, we have to have some logic and common sense here. Yes, it's ideal for a couple to stay together, but if it doesn't work, let it go. The most important thing is the children and to co-parent. He may be lying because at the end of the day, he's an actor, as someone mentioned. He may be lying, but at the end of the day, that's, people will find out if he's lying or not. But I just think that the most important thing is to, obviously for me, is to congratulate them for not being toxic, not being the typical Nigerian couple that will now, by fire, by force, to the extent that they now delete themselves and actually respect themselves, mature enough to end the relationship, be open enough to do it, and to move on.
We're talking about holding separation and holding divorce.
Yeah, I find it weird that people.
This is a good example, but do we want it? No, Nigerians.
We don't want it. We don't want it because the amount of comments that I'm getting, that I was seeing, and do you know the reason why? Marriage is not by force. If two people have decided they don't want to be together, let it be. I mean,
you said that the children are grown enough now; they understand. So you can sit them down and tell them, you know what, we both love you. But sometimes it just doesn't work. Everybody.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't
somebody
work.
was like, marriage is commitment. Marriage is commitment. You got to be committed to stay. Yeah, it is commitment.
But if it doesn't work,
when it comes to a point, even the commitment is not enough. What do you do?
But what do you do? Because at the end of the day, there's commitment. But if it is true, what the narrative is, and that he's been cheating, why would you want to? Me personally, he's cheating. He's not going to change. According to what the comment says, he's been doing it for years. Why would you want to stay with someone that's cheating? There's disease. There's the fact that by you staying with that person, you're now kind of enabling that person to continue to cheat on you. Why would you want to be in that type of marriage? Just because you want to be committed. For me, it's about self-esteem. It's about being in a healthy relationship. And if that person is not willing to change and is still cheating, then keep walking.
I think the main reason why a lot of people are struggling with it is because they've been posting all this lovey-dovey, and there was no sign on social media that there was any fire on the mountain.
Social media is fake. We know
I don't think people realize that.
I don't understand why people are feeding
and the guy is an actor.
Abi, can you imagine?
Do you know what actors do? They live other people's lives. They portray other people's lives. Everything they do is not real. This is what they specialize. You are a good actor when you can perform.
But you just said
performance.
You just said it. You said that he posted that thing, and an hour later he was posting something off, and you wouldn't believe that he posted about his separation.
I don't think this guy is distressed about anything.
He switched. Exactly.
I don't think it's distressed. What I see is that the fact that the children was the part that really affected him, because I think he's a great dad. And the fact that, being divorced now is going to definitely impact on how much he's able to see his kids and all that. I understand.
Yeah, I do agree. But at the end of the day, Auntie B, you can, I'm not talking about me, but you can divorce someone and you can obviously, formalize it where, obviously they're not, he's not going to be living with the kids, but they can hopefully have 50-50 in terms of contact. It is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible. I know it's not the greatest, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't stay with.
They are alive and they are well. That is what is important to me. And that's why I'm not going to be having any sleepless night or shedding any tears.
No, we should be happy that no one has deleted.
Exactly.
Finally. That should be the most important thing. Not that, why are they not together? What's your business in their relationship? I don't know why people feed into this social media. It's fake. Everybody pretends. Look at Van Vicker. Look at Maurice Chestnut. I used to like him, that American actor. I don't know if they post, but I know Van Vicker. I don't think he posts anything about his family. And they're still together. I'm very, very skeptical of people that post their business all over social media.
And now, the good thing is that, honey babe, he can cheat in peace. There's nobody to be accountable for now.
Exactly. And that's what Sisi said.
All the big women in Nigeria, in Lagos, that want him now can have him.
Exactly. The good thing is that he's being respectful. They've announced it. They will do the subsequent divorce. They will go their separate ways. They will now co-parent. Even if he's not the greatest husband, he can still be a fantastic dad. It's possible.
Absolutely.
So I think everybody should allow them to, if they decide, if they want to get back together, it's all good. But at the same time, if they want to not be together, everybody should just mind their business. In-laws, mind your business.
Mind your own life. Stop living vicariously through other people. Thank you, honey babe. I appreciate you, my darling. Have a good evening. Okay, moving on very quickly. We've done almost 2 hours. This topic, not be here. Okay, Abby, you are next. Mbasi, I'll come to you after that.
And B to the Queen B. Good evening, ma. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay.
Natsu, I see you. I'll come to you in a minute. All right, go quickly. Okay. 3 minutes.
All right, Auntie B. I won't stay long. Adewale took the words right out of my mouth. I don't really know this guy, but when you were showing the videos, a couple of the interviews he did, you can okay. You can see through it that this man is just a charade. There was something he said in one of the interviews. He was like, oh, I give it to God. He did not really give acknowledgement to the woman. Even though, yes, whatever must have happened, yes, he's acknowledging that I cheated, and all that. If you read him, if you are someone that can read in between the line when people are speaking, he did not really give acknowledgement to the woman to say, you know what, yeah, we went through, she was able to. There are men, when they come out and they say, you know what, I have wronged my wife, this is what I did, but my wife was able to hold it down. They would acknowledge the woman. In the interviews, I didn't really see that. So I was just like, oh, this is just a charade. You understand? He was just doing this again. How many times do you see men coming out, especially men who are in the limelight, to really say, oh, you know what, I did wrong and this, and I own up to it, you know? But he coming out, everybody's giving him the accolade, clapping, hey, he did well. You can even see, he's coming out to come and say he cheated this, he has found God. It's all a charade. He didn't really do the work that he was claiming that he did. Again, exhibit A, again, you said he posted this breakup thing. A couple of hours later, he's posting the IT job, whatever. If your marriage is broken, you will be, even if you will go and.
But the marriage didn't break today now. It's not today the marriage. He just told us today. The marriage may have ended. It may have ended since January.
Even if Auntie B, you will still go back several seats and be quiet and have solitude about it if it's something that really meant so well to you.
But I don't know if you understand. Now, a lot of people will come to his page, so he needs to sell market now.
That's what I'm saying. If it was genuine all along, with all the charade and the interview, do you understand what I'm trying to say? He wouldn't, for him not to feel it. That's to tell you that he was using all these things, even with the pictures with the wife, or not just content they take and
no, to be fair, I wouldn't say he didn't feel it, to be honest. I don't know. But I mean, there's nobody who's married, no matter how hard-hardened you are. And I don't see that level of hard-heartedness in him. Okay? He made mistakes, but I can't say that he didn't feel it, because it's not an easy thing. No matter how, things are, this is a marriage that produced 2 children.
True.
I'm sure they loved each other. They had a good life at some point.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure he feels it, but it's just that, men are not as expressive in terms of their body language and the way they show things like we women. So, yeah, but I'm sure he definitely feels it.
Yeah, absolutely, Auntie B. But what I'm trying to say is the charade. Again, I'm still saying that whatever must have happened, and I'm sticking to what Adewale is saying, that this is all stunt. Again, how many is the storyline? You see, he came and then he sold books and all that, right? How many people really come out to say, you know what, I cheated on my wife, we've worked it out, I found God, I did this. It's a good storyline to sell. It's to bring him out, get him more fame, everybody will be, give him a accolade and be clapping for him. That's really
let me ask you this.
I was going to ask a question, Auntie B. I was going to ask her a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, do you have an example of another couple? They don't do lifestyle like this, but another couple, at least that they're superstars, but you don't think it's a charade?
But they're in the limelight?
Yeah, that you don't think it's charade. Do you have any other example?
Hey, most people that are in the limelight, again, we just talked about social media issues, right? A lot of people really living the life and doing the work and really happy. They don't post it online. That's just to be honest. That's just the truth. Sometimes if it's when you want to keep up with the Joneses or want to make a statement, you start doing all this charade online. If you're really happy, you're going on vacations, you don't have to, who are you trying to prove the point to?
But don't forget that he's a brand.
And I be the two why they try to talk now to be say all these things where he just use and with the interviews that he did with children and all those things. So for people to come and clap for, how many men do you see that
I don't believe that, to be honest. Let me be honest with you, AB. I don't believe that. I think he genuinely wanted the family to come together, and they did. What I think is that these are just two people that life happened to. Like, they tried. Okay? He made mistakes. Despite the fact that he's a public figure, he's popular, and he's got a public stage that there are things that people go to him for. He needs to create content and all that. But I believe that he actually hard, or he worked. I don't know how hard he worked, but he worked to get his family back.
Yeah.
And
I just feel like Abby is trying to, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you're trying to tell us that he intentionally wanted to deceive the public. Is that what you're saying?
Not really intentionally. Again, he did not put in the genuine effort.
Okay.
To really say, it was more of, okay, we were separated, everybody knew they were separated, now we are coming together. I can be able to use this storyline to be able to publicize myself, and also maybe to, there are
let's move from that, because we never know. We can speculate all we like, but we don't know his intentions.
Yeah.
But I mean, most importantly, what we need to be focusing on, about this story is about, marriages, and how, these days, how marriages are being done, and what people can learn from this, in terms of people going on social media and looking at couples who are married, like this young couple, they look good together and all that. Healthy separation versus akpai there. What are the lessons there?
I agree with you, but one thing I would just leave, we call it, any marriages, if you think back and think of recent, that you see that they do all these things, charade they do, how many do you see that really, really, are really together or really hold together? I would just leave it at that. Auntie B, thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, Abby.
Auntie B, if I can say something here, my sister.
Go ahead.
I disagree with the opinion that he was truly not into the marriage, or maybe he's doing it for social media stunt and all that.
You are a fan, so we can even understand where your bias is coming from.
Auntie B, it's not a matter of fun. I think at least we are all learning here. I'm just trying to be real as a man, so at least women can have an idea of how we process things. Two things anybody, especially women, shouldn't take for granted is your husband coming to you and accepting that he wronged you, taking accountability, especially Nigerian man. When a Nigerian man comes to you and say, okay, I'm sorry, I did this.
Yeah.
It's my fault. Please don't just joke with it. Don't play.
Especially if they are doing it openly.
Exactly.
That's why I thought that
Nigerian men
it's not easy to come forward openly in public.
Yeah. Thank you, man. And two, whatever happened that your husband got to a point that he's speaking and tears comes out of his eyes, please don't just don't throw that emotion away.
But leave that thing though. There are people that they are Mongo Park that use tears to control. Leave that matter.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro. Some men try to be authentic with that. I believe a lot of men are authentic, but it's just not received that way, unfortunately.
No. There are some Mongo Park that will serious Mongo Park is the tears is what they used to manipulate to say they will go and do something and start crying.
Okay, and this idea that Holly was doing PDA was social media stunt and all that. Although one thing I get from it, because I've watched a couple of videos of him and his wife and him and his kids, what I notice is that woman is not really into that video. I'm a videographer. I can tell you this. That woman, even though she's enjoying the hype of something, you can see.
Wait, could it be the energy of Nino himself that was overwhelming that?
No. Yeah, that woman is not really that kind. into that flaunting that, oh, we are coupled, this thing. You
Maybe
can
she's
tell.
shy. Maybe she's shy.
Yeah, she could be shy. Or and as for Nino, one thing people do at times, when especially when you are in public space, he's showing his wife, probably maybe to keep some of this side hen and side malu, side whatever away from him. And he might even doing that, just they might have private conversation. The wife might have dropped in one that, oh, Jabi, you have the people you are floating your muzzle for on social media and other, and then he might just decide that, you know what, I'm gonna be putting you on my page. Maybe probably that will help with our reconciliation. And to be, you know, we spoke about
all of that is manipulation, brother Ben. All of that is manipulation.
Yeah, he's
what you're describing.
He's trying to achieve a goal here.
Yeah, but that's
but manipulation doesn't work.
It won't work. It won't work.
And see,
it doesn't work.
You know, when a man is trying to, you know,
because there's no genuine thing in manipulation. I think that's what AB was trying to say. When you try to manipulate people, that you're not genuine. It's about the outcome that you want, which is to put the family together, irrespective of whether the people are actually happy or they want to be together, or you actually do the work of true repentance.
I agree. I agree with manipulation and all that.
Queen,
my dear.
Sorry to cut you off because I'm somewhere that my network is not reliable.
Okay, go ahead, my dear.
But I have a story because I kind of have to encounter with Nino.
Tima is always on vacation. Now your network is not good.
Go ahead. I need to go and recharge. I need to recharge, so. But anyway, so yeah, I have to encounter with Nino, and we had an email exchange at one point sometimes. So let me tell you, this is, and from what I know when I met him, right? I don't know how their marriage kind of turned out. I'm really sad and surprised that their marriage turned out the way, like into divorce thing right now. Because when I met him, I'm not gonna lie, because there was something that I had for him, and that what I had for him, I sent that information to myself with the hope that whenever I meet him, I'm gonna have to give it to him, right? And I was fortunate enough. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I was fortunate enough to meet him that time. So the moment I was showing him what I had, like, you know, this is what I have for you, this and that. The first thing, right, was, oh, my wife.
Mbasi, this
I think network. He said, yeah, my network is bad. I hope this story is gonna go well. But right. I think like he said that just for me to know that I hope you know that I'm married.
What did he say to you? What did he say to you?
He said to me, the first thing that he said to me was, oh, my wife is gonna be so surprised and my wife is gonna love this. Like wholeheartedly, he said that.
Did you give him a gift? You gave him a gift.
It was a gift, but it wasn't like a physical gift. It was something else. Like I had to send it to him like a document kind of thing. So when I show him, because I've already had that prepared, like anytime that I get a chance to meet him, I will be able to, and I show him the dates for him to know that it's something that I already prepared. It wasn't something that I was just coming up with. You know what I mean? Like this is something that I genuinely have for him. So, but you know, that was the first thing that he said to me.
Yeah.
Now, right. Like he wasn't even, he doesn't appear to me like somebody who want to, you know, how those groupie, you know, I think he was trying to make me understand, like, listen, I'm married, okay? Whatever it is, I'm married. He was so clear about it. Even our email exchange after that, because we had like a few times that we communicate after that, every email that he would send to me.
Hold on a minute, Mbasi. Now a lot of people are curious. Did you give him a gift because because you like him, or was it just something you wanted to do as a Christian woman? I don't understand. Did you have a crush? Or
No. I
don't make me come out and defend Tima right now. Don't even do it. Okay.
No, we need to know. You cannot just. Talking around in circles. You got something.
No, you know what? You know why? Because it's not something that I can actually boldly say. I'm just trying to paraphrase whatever you know. I don't crush on celebrity. I'm too old for that. But you know, it's like it was something that I had for him, and trust and belief. I've had that thing and I've prepared it. It was like I can't say, but I had it for him, just for him. But I tried to send that into myself because I knew if I ever get a chance to meet him, so that he would know, like it was not a moment
Somebody
thing.
said it's a spiritual gift.
It was not a spiritual. Yeah, people are so curious. I'm not gonna say. People are so curious. I'm not gonna say.
That's
But
all right.
the point I'm trying to make was this: that to me, he appeared to me like he is so into his wife.
Genuine. Yeah,
He was genuine.
from your cancer.
Yeah. Not only that, he said that to me, to my face. I'm telling you, we had about 2 communications. If I dig in my email, I'm still gonna find that communication because this was like a last year or something. It was not too far away.
Mbasi, you gave him this gift physically, right? You saw him in person.
No, it wasn't. I couldn't give it him physically. It's something I have to send to him through the email kind of thing. Like he has to use it.
Did you meet him? What I'm asking is that did you meet him physically?
Yes, I did. Yes, I met him physically.
I just want to find out if he gave you a hug. That's all I'm fishing
for.
No,
no, there was no hug. There was none of that. Queen B, I'm not groupie. I wouldn't even if he wanted, I wouldn't give it to him. I'm not like that. I'm not. My spare. I don't do that. What I had for me was really genuine, really.
You allow all that chest and six pack to go to waste. No hug.
No, I didn't. No, it was. I didn't. I'm not even. Let me tell you, Queen B. I mean, he's a good guy and he looks good, but I know.
How can you allow that six pack and all that broad shoulder
let me tell you.
Huh?
He wasn't even trying to do that, to be honest. He was not even trying to hug me. He was not trying to do none of that. For real. Okay. We were focused on what we were exchanging because he was so fascinated with what I had that because it's like it wasn't something that was coming up with when I met him. It was something that I already have it. And I just kind of tried to, so it was just fortunate that I met him. As it was 2 times I kind of had an encounter with him. One time I wasn't able to catch up with him because we were in the same plane. We bought the same plane. And then on our way back, we happened to meet again. We were in the same flight and everything.
I understand. You don't need to explain. I'm just
right. But but the point I'm trying to make was he was so, to me, he was so into his wife. I don't think he had time to and I think whatever I was giving to him, it might be enough for some people that want to hit on you or something. He wasn't doing that. He was not doing that.
So he was totally respectful. That's what you're saying.
Very respectful. Very respectful. We stay on what we are doing. And then, to be honest, he stay on what we are doing. Like I said, even in the email, this guy is still mentioning his wife to me. I'm not lying. I almost get like, please, I know that you are married. I'm not even into you. I mean, like, I'm not,
I feel like he does that quite a lot. And that goes back to what I was saying. I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show that perhaps one of the reasons why he was, showing a lot of his wife is because just to tell women to stay away. I'm a family man.
I think so too. Yes. I think so too. Yeah.
And because of their history, then again, remember that because they have a history whereby he's cheated in the past, so he was trying to do quite a lot not to go down that path. You know what we know. It's possible that he didn't cheat again after they got back together.
What I think he was trying to do. I think he was trying to overcompensate him for the past.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah. I can see that in him, the way he was, because like he mentioned it. I mean, he mentioned himself like maybe through the conversation, he probably mentioned himself like 5 or 6 times. Everything.
That's not normal.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's almost like he's overcompensating. And again, again in the email, I can find. I still have the email. He still mentioned his wife about something related. I don't even know what we're talking about, like something, or his wife is gonna be this, or his wife is gonna be. I just kind of let go, like, boy, like, okay, So I think it kind of backfired for him. Maybe I think it backfired for him.
So I get your point. Thank you, Mbasi.
Bye, Ola. I miss you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tiva.
The point that Mbasi is trying to make is that, her encounter with him, Ben, you two, they laugh. You go say you go Undo now.
Auntie B, no verse.
Undo a foul.
Mitola, you see this Obodo farm for comment section, eh?
You never know Obodo farm.
Can you imagine? They're trying to drag Tima for me. What kind of Jesus?
You know, because they don't tell them the gift.
Tima
came here to talk about gift. And you didn't tell us about gift. You are saying I had something for him. It was kind of an email. I don't want to say it. But if I'm like, okay, what is even your not to go? You didn't see your not to in the comment section. That was like, stay confused. All of you stay confused.
I know, not to. I saw nothing.
Natu is leading the shade in the comment section.
Jesus.
Natu.
When you see me cracking up, it's just comment.
You don't know Obodo farm. Then they catch cruise well. I'm telling you.
If you do Shalaye for Obodo farm, you will understand Shalaye that it doesn't work instantly.
Even sometimes me self they get patience past Obodo farm.
Say meet celebrity.
Now they go even they tell me for comment section. So like she don't get you go just say Auntie B, please can we move on next?
You will Shalaye, no evidence.
No evidence.
Natu, welcome. Thank you so much. You are the first person that has contact with Nino. Thank you for calling us. Mbasi, God bless you, my darling.
You people should leave. You people should leave my team alone. We are from Prestige family. We will come for you.
You that was heading the Aluta in the comment section.
Mama, please, before we go forward, I want to ask if Adewale has anybody because I have a sister for him.
Sorry, Obere, they start again, matchmaking. We are just talking of one that is collapsing now. You want to do matchmaking again.
That man
let Adewale breathe. Let him take his time.
No, I have to suffocate him. We can't let him waste.
I better leave Adewale alone.
Honestly speaking, right, Nigerians have problem. Nigerians thrive on negativity. If Nino had not said anything and they see him with another woman, they will start saying he's cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Now he has come to say something just in case. Now they are saying he's the. But the one thing I appreciate him for, he was open and vulnerable in most of the interviews that he has had. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's something that he said when he did interview with Chude that I picked on as a good student of Prestige and Obodo farm. I don't think from the breakup, they did a lot of work before they got back together. Because he said something like, 100 people tried to bring them back together, but when they came back, it was just the two of them. And that made me kind of feel like, did they treat the wound that was there before they cover it up? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because in the interview, he went deep a little bit. I was talking about how he hurt his wife. He's saying stuff like not knowing that this is somebody he's doing something to, and he's thinking that it's nothing, but the person is harboring it, and when it came up, it became resentment. And then now they reconciled and came back together. So what did you do about the things that happened? Because African men are very good at that. They always tell you we don't want third party, but to sit down and discuss that issue and treat the issue. And make sure that wound is healed and move on.
Yeah. So you're saying from the interview, what you are getting is the fact that, they just got back together without doing the healing work itself.
Yeah. I don't think there was a thorough healing work being done from that separation and then getting back. I just picked up from the interview that he did with Studio. Because, Nigerians, and they went and digged up every interview that he has had before. But the good thing about it, he spoke like how Jim Ike spoke. He opened up. He was like, you know what? I messed up. I really did mess up, I hurt somebody I was not supposed to hurt. And you know how women are. We are a bank. Whatever you give us, you come and collect back with interest. So if you just say you're sorry with mouth, and then you want to use PDA and choke me. But the question is, the PDA that we are doing outside for everybody to see, is it the same PDA inside?
At home. Yeah.
Exactly. So he might want to be a good father, want to come back because of the kids, but was he coming back also because he wants his marriage to work? Because if he just come back for the kids, that's selfishness. What's going to happen to the woman if she's not getting the kind of love that she's supposed to get? Like that analogy that you gave in the morning today with that your short video that you made. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're coming back, you have to be willing to work on both. To be an amazing father and to be an amazing husband too. And both of them is possible. And if you're not able to, healthy separation like we see all the time, it's
better.
But Yes, but I just feel like African men, they always say they don't want third party, but they don't want to sit down and like digest the whole issue and see where they need to make corrections and the rest of them. And like he
Mm,
said, his wife grew on him. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So I only feel like he lost the grip on her.
Maybe
And
instead
so
of
all the
going to
things
therapy, he wrote a book.
that's the problem. No,
Mm.
no, because if
That's why
I
Adewale
have
was saying it was all about marketing. It was marketing himself, and
right,
it was a selling
that's
point
what
for him.
that's what I want to give Adewale why people said it's not like that.
That's why people like Ebby was saying that it's not genuine because it was all about, okay, I did this, which is, to be honest, it makes it more endearing to some women because it's
Right,
not something that is
correct.
very common in our culture to see men that come up and say, I did this, I did this. So that will even
Yes, yes.
attract more women to him.
I think somebody said in the comment section that he grew up in America before when he was 15 and went back. So I want to believe that that part of him growing up here like opened him up to like some part of it. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That will make him be like a little bit vulnerable. But also, the thing that people are saying that all the things that he's doing on social media is like trying to make up for all the lost times. I agree on that. But also, it's not like his wife is not into it. His wife might not, her love language might not be physical touch and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he might be doing it, but that's not how she wants to be loved. And probably he's not
Mm.
getting that. Because I have a friend that her husband loves PDA, but he can't hold her hand in public. If he tell her, she'll slap his hand. so so it's not like that people just want to like speculate and just want to sit down and say maybe they're just trying to show. There's a high chance that they're trying to. But from the interview that I watched, I just feel like there was like so much work that needs to be done in the inside compared to what they were putting up outside. So for me, I felt like should have put more energy on the inside and just leave those pictures for a little while. That might
Mm.
all have helped. But
Mm.
listen, it has happened. Like
Mm.
I said, it was better we hear this than hear that somebody has fight somebody.
Absolutely.
But
That makes sense to me. I don't know.
my
I
people,
believe that,
my
yeah.
people are
I
negative
mean,
news. That's how they woke up and say Steve Harvey and his wife are doing kinikon
it's the
kinikon.
whole world.
Nigerians,
It's not
man.
only our people, to be honest. Bad news travel fast. Somebody was even telling me I should do a show about it. I say I don't do a show about fake
Nah,
news.
nah,
What am
nah,
I going to say about it? That
nah.
somebody woke up one day and
It's
said that
painful.
Steve Harvey and his wife, that the wife cheated on him with
Yes,
their bodyguard or
oh
whatever, and
man.
she's asking for divorce. She's debunked it.
Yeah,
He's debunked it. So
yeah,
what's there to eat?
yeah, yeah. It's just they're such a cute couple, And everybody's saying that we hope they work things out. But listen, if they work things out for you just to see on the outside, listen, it has to work inside. Oh. Better
Mm,
soup na money kill am. It's just really sad. But I hope
mm,
that we pick the lessons from it. If there are couples watching, always focus on the inside and try to make the wound heal. Honestly
yeah.
speaking, there's nothing wrong. You can do individual therapy before you go back and do couples therapy. And
Mm,
you know, that's just it. So,
mm.
and we need to work
Okay.
on ourselves as a prestige student. Work on
Mm,
yourself, people.
mm.
Don't
Thank you
try to
so
sell
much.
markets.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
mama.
Nice
Feel
seeing
better.
you
You sound
Absolutely.
better today. Yes, sir.
Mm.
Thank you. We'll see
very
later.
well.
Yes, so
Auntie B, I have a question.
We did hear. We did hear you. There's another brother. There are two
Theo,
more brothers in the house. Brother Ade is
Oh
here
my
and
God.
brother
Oh, yeah,
brother
let them
Taiwo
talk.
is
Let
here.
them talk. No
No,
problem.
ask your question. Questionnaire. Now you be
Okay.
He has
today.
another theory.
Brother Ben,
Another
it's not a
theory.
question, it's
It's not
theory.
theory this time. It's a
All
question.
in conspiracy theory tonight.
This
Over the
time is
phone, they
not
write and
theory.
down for you.
It's not theory. It's a question this time.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've seen people always saying, "Oh, couples therapy, couples therapy, couples therapy," which of course we know that this is Western culture.
Yeah.
Wanna hear me out too before I go collect bass bush. But here is the thing: do you people really think therapy works for Nigerian men? I'm just
As
asking.
Yes, it
Ola,
does.
please, I want you to answer that question as a Nigerian man yourself. Please.
Okay. So one of my pet peeves in this thing is the terminologies. I absolutely hate the terminology because it overcomplicate things for us. Therapy is nothing more than wise counsel with a touch of professionalism. They go to school, they get licensed, right? So if you think going to Anwa Agbagba to seek counsel will work for anybody, then therapy must work. It just makes sense that it works. Like we are all confused people, especially when we're in the funk of what we call marriage. Is like anything that's worthwhile in life, like going to school for medical science or going to school to become a lawyer. It's not stuff you can study in 3 months or 1 year. It's stuff that you have to fall on your face sometimes, pick up the pieces, get counsel, get the help of advisors. Do you know anybody that runs anything that's worthwhile in life that don't have advisors, no matter how smart they are, even if they're Obama? They don't exist. So yes, therapy works, not because of the name, the quote-unquote therapy, which people carry on their head and they go there and argue, because you go there to seek understanding, because you can't see from outside of the forest. I mean, you can't see from inside the forest, rather. Sometimes you have to stand on the outside of it to have proper context. So the answer is yes, it works. And I think Nigerian men are overcomplicating it by the word therapy is Oyinbo stuff. No, it just means if you need help, you seek help. The same way you go to a doctor.
When you are sick, you go to a doctor. It's the same way that, we Nigerians or Africans generally, when people have mental illness, there is something that they will struggle with, but they will not discuss it, they will not get help. It's the same thing. When your marriage is sick, you need a doctor. A therapist is a marriage doctor. It's simple. It works. It's not Oyibo alone that therapists work for. It's not Oyibo alone that are therapists. There are Black therapists, there are Christian therapists, there are Nigerian therapists. There's a Nigerian therapist that somebody introduced me to. This man is amazing. Like, he properly knows his stuff. So whether you believe it, because therapy is a place of, where people will open up and they will burden things they cannot even tell anybody, their closest friend, their family, because it's a safe place. Okay? They will tell the therapist. So the therapist will have the whole picture of what is going on. Sometimes, Ben, you men will say, we women will just carry on inside house, they give you strong face, they behave. You say, you ask your wife, wait, you go say nothing, you no go talk. You understand? But women can tell you categorically, we can bear a grudge for 20 years. Even though we say we'll forgive him, we never forget. It's in our mind. We always need closure. There are some things that people bottle up. So therapy is a place where everything comes to the forefront. Everybody go drop everything where they hold. All the arsenal, everybody drop them. Okay, let's drop everything. Then they start to unpick it one by one. It works. So if you're a man out there, I suggested it to a lot of people who've contacted me and told them I'm not a trained therapist. I cannot offer you therapy. Go and meet somebody that is trained and qualified. If I start doing therapy now, I'm not qualified to do it. I need to go to school.
No, Cynthia made a good point about why it might not work for certain groups of people. If they have a hard time with listening, yes, it might not. Just imagine go to your doctor, they prescribe medicine for you, and you said no.
What's the alternative?
Right, and you say you have, and then you say you have an alternative, right? Of course,
I want to know what the alternative is.
No. My point is that if some people go to therapy because they want to use to manipulate their partner, right? So if you go there and you are terrible at listening, it won't work, right? So, but it's not the fault of therapy, right? So that may be another reason. If you would say, if you generalize, if most Nigerian men are terrible at listening, yeah, maybe that's the issue.
Okay, Mr. Ola, I want you to do me something, to tell me something now. If I come to you, for instance, as a Nigerian man married to a woman and we're having issue, what kind of therapist are you going to recommend for me? Will you say go to see Oyinbo therapist, or what kind of therapist will you recommend?
I'm not sure if I understand the full context of your question.
Like, for instance, now, Nigerian couples are having issue, just like Nino and his wife, because I believe Auntie B wants us to at least come up with solutions, what people can do in situations like this. So let's say Nino and his wife's situation now, after they break up and they come back and they are still having issues, if they come to you, Mr. Ola, what kind of a therapist will you recommend for them? And what would be the race or ethnicity of that therapist? There is somewhere I'm going with this. Okay.
So especially when a marriage has fallen apart, that therapy is not designed to fix the marriage. That's not what it's for.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for you. You're confused, it's time to learn something new. Anytime you're confused, it's for you. If you put that marriage on the pedestal, it will always fall off, because the marriage is not a human being. It's a function of the people inside of it. It's for you. So in terms of what kind of therapy, you will have to tell me what kind of therapy, what theory you're looking at, and then I'll tell you, right? But I'll tell you that at least you need a therapy who can listen very well. They need to practice what they preach. They need to understand your story. Therapies that run to the internet to make generalized statements off of popular news like this, they are not good. You see what I'm saying? If they tend to generalize, it's not good. You need someone that will take the time to listen to you, right? To listen to your story, understand where you're coming from, and then deal with you. If the first thing they tell you to do is go and bring your wife so we can correct our head, that's a problem.
Okay, let's move on quickly now, because we still got a lot of people waiting to speak. So, Brother Ben, if you can suspend some of those your questions and theories so that other people can talk. I've got Brother Patrick and Brother Ade and Uzo. Uzo doesn't stay long, so let me take Uzo quickly. Hi, Uzo, darling. How are
Hi,
you?
Auntie B.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the UK. I saw all your enjoyments and holidaying. It's nice
Thank
to
you.
always take some time out to rest. You're welcome. Okay, Auntie B, I'm just going to go straight to the point. Okay, Auntie B, I just don't understand why Nigerians are crying and sleeping and losing sleep over this matter. I mean, Bolanle and his wife, honestly, they look great in pictures, but I wasn't really invested in them as a couple. Once a friend of mine had told me that he was a serial cheat, but nothing ticks me off like people who cheat. I just feel like if you don't want to get married, don't commit. If you know that you still have a lot of lust in you, you still want to be messing around and doing all those things, just don't commit to a marriage. And I don't understand what he means by they went to a court house. So that one is not a marriage. When you take someone to court house, it's not a marriage. You just go there to play. Yeah, I don't even know. The whole thing was it's just upsetting me. And then you see, that's why it's not also good to be shalayin and trabayin. That's the reason why we all went in on embassy in the comment section. Sometimes just keep some things short and sweet. You don't even need to be talking plenty talk. Just keep it short and sweet, and just forget, and don't talk too much that we shall make people be dragging you up and down. I mean, even for him, he didn't even have to tell us, because it's not really our business. Even if he starts to see someone and we start seeing him with a new woman and all that, people will just talk on social media. It's not our business. That's the truth. So sometimes you really don't owe
They
people
have to.
anything.
They have to. Even
Okay,
when Basketball broke up, you have to, as a public figure, you got to.
okay,
Because
if you
people
say
will
so,
see
but
you. Yeah,
okay,
you
well,
have
if you
to.
say so, but I just feel that sometimes you don't really have to let people know what has happened. It's your marriage. You people are no longer together. People should go figure. That's what I want to say. And then finally, I'm going to say something, but please, I'm begging you, Auntie B, just don't cut me off with this thing I'm about to say. Just listen to me, okay? I just want to talk about this BO and daddy freeze issue. All right, I understand that they are men. They might have resolved their issues and whatever. However, I think BO should not be a constant face on that channel. I know that there were many of us who carried their fight on our heads like gala sellers. They hawk that thing, and I was shocked, and I don't know. YouTube just recommended the video. I saw Bill there, and then I saw him there again, and I'm just like, why? I'm not saying yes. He can decide to be. He's a grown man. He can decide to be on Auntie B's show and everything, but I don't know. Even for me, Auntie B, I'm just Obodo TV. You don't find me in other channels. Talk even if I have my own idea and everything. I'm not a constant where you on the live on everywhere. You know me. You only know me as Obodo TV. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm just the one thinking too much about it. It just rubbed me off wrongly. I'm not saying they shouldn't reconcile, but why you're always on the channel? And I think that they brought a little traction to us because I saw that we grew a bit. Maybe part of his followers have come to join us here, all well and good, but I don't know. It just rubbed me wrong, and it continues to rub me wrong. Bill should choose where he wants to be. Do you want to be with David Freeze, or do you want to be with Auntie B? I mean, yes, that Freeze insulted you, whatever. You guys have resolved this. Why are you always there? That's just what I'm just saying. That's just how I feel about it. I don't want it to be a quarrel or fight to make nobody insult me, because my mouth is bad. I will insult you back. I'm just saying what I think. That's all. That's everything I have to say. Have a nice evening. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Uzo. I appreciate you. So a lot of people have feelings about this matter of BO being under the freeze. And I don't know what to say about it. To be honest, I don't know what to say.
Auntie B,
Bio is a grown
how do
man.
you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
So if I'm gonna be completely
Quickly.
honest, yeah, I was shocked when somebody sent it to me. I was completely shocked because I didn't know they were friends now. But Bio is a grown man, and he can go anywhere he wants to go. But what Daddy Freeze did that made a lot of people upset, including myself, was the fact that he said BO of Obodoyibo TV, and that I had an issue with.
Right.
He didn't need to put my name there, and he did it on purpose because I know Daddy Freeze very well. He's a cloud chaser. I know him. Alatenujeni, I know him, and because me and him are falling out quite a lot in the past.
Okay, so there's a history there.
Oh yeah, there's a history there.
Okay.
BO said he didn't know, but there's a history there. Starting from Samokoso's issue. That's when we've had issues back and forth. He's insulted me quite a lot of times on his channel. But you know what?
So me and Tabi, I'll tell you, I'll make it very quickly, right? So me, I believe in loyalty. I believe in optics. I believe if it looks a certain way, it needs to be adjusted, especially when a lot of people are involved, right? As in like a lot of people's interest. So I believe in that. That's why I said maybe, tell us a little bit how you feel about it.
Yes, I did have a chat. I had a chat with BO about it, and we talked about it. He said he didn't know about the issues that we had, that the Freeze apologized to him and they made up. But you can see, BO, if you are listening, a lot of people, I think it rubbed off on them the wrong way, that the fact that because our values, Patrick is there. Patrick has opinion about this. Our values don't align. You see?
Let me tell you something. If I didn't collect earlier today, I don't collect from Freeze today earlier. I'm just letting you know. Yes, so if I didn't collect earlier today, maybe you would have been feeling the same way about me. That's why I'm a little bit interested in it right now. We can make it another topic entirely, so we don't do it.
We know ourselves on this YouTube street, right? So, if you set up a show, you are my person, okay? Right. You put my name, you've done it. You don't need sometimes you ask me, sometimes I don't mind if you put my name, my picture. I don't mind because I consider you a part of Obodo Farm.
Right.
We are together. I don't shany. But somebody like Daddy Freeze and we're not friends. We're not friends.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have anything to do with him. Okay?
Right.
But if Theo wants to farm door with him, that's fine. He's a grown adult, he can do whatever he likes. Okay?
All right. Let's talk about it behind the scenes. I think it's a conversation that we should have.
Yeah. I think Brad Patrick did say something to BU about that. Brad Patrick, welcome, sir. Crowley.
Brother Patrick, sir, how are you, sir?
God bless you.
I don't know. A lot of people are bringing this issue up today now. I don't know. Did BU go back to that again?
Let me come in. Yeah, Auntie B, BO is a junior brother to me. And even almost 2 months ago, I privately called BO and told him, BO, I'm begging you, we are praying for your wedding, that everything will be successful. Can you please give yourself time? Stay away from social media for the meantime. I thank God I mentioned it at the group. And I told him, I want him to say, BO, can you? And I look at the result now, Auntie B. So I'm just going to appeal to you, Auntie B, just forgive him.
Yes,
I'm going to appeal to Obodo Farm as well.
Yeah, Obodo Farm. I think Auntie B is handling it very, very well. By the way.
Everybody.
The way I believe in confronting things when it happens. The minute I saw it, I was in Dubai. When I saw somebody sent a screenshot to me where my name was linked to it, I sent it straight to BO. I said, "What's going on? What's happening?" And then we had a conversation in the group as well. We talked about it, and I think it's resolved, so it's all right.
Okay.
I'm sorry to everybody that is feeling a certain kind of way. I think some people like Uzo and other people that have mentioned it, they don't feel like, it's a good reflection. If BO is going to Daddy Freeze and coming back to us, he needs to choose.
It means choosing sides. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works. I understand it, but that's not how it works, unfortunately.
Ola is a member of.
You say you collected, Ola. How did you collect? You went to Daddy Freeze.
So today, because of this topic, I was going to call in to his show. I was actually already on the waiting line. So he said something to the effect of the Bible does not support equity for women, which is a point that I agree with. So I was being sarcastic and I said you the wine. So I said like you the wine, and people that think Bible supports that. As in obviously the Bible is ancient and so is traditional, right? So he just read the you the wine part. And the moment he started saying your papa, I guess it took me out of context. The moment he started saying that, I just saw my screen wiped out. Yes. So in my mind I was like, at least let me hear my own curse out. Yeah, he blocked me. At least let me hear me cursed out now.
You know. See, he blocked you, but he was praising you the other day.
Right.
Just a few weeks ago, he was saying, "Now man, you be."
Yes. So I don't think there's a chance that there's two things, it's two possibilities, right? Sorry, Brother Patrick. There's two possibilities, right? The first possibility is that he's assigned my brand with yours and he's being spiteful. The other possibility is that he doesn't remember, whatever. But as soon as they said, I think I went on YouTube, as soon as somebody said, that's I think Brother Bio was also saying, no, don't do that. I said, I'm sorry, you said they will unblock, So that's how that went today. But I believe that as grown men, personally, I believe as grown men, we do let people fight their own battles. And I believe you know that. And if I feel like it's too tough, or you feel like I was previewed to some kind of past history, you will let me know. That's something I trust you about, and to be, you will let me know that, hey, this one doesn't sit well with me, as opposed to, so I think it's a difficult, dicey situation because it's a public conversation and conversations are going on, and it's hard to tell people not to chime in on conversation on public platforms. That's not going to fly very well with many people. The ultimate is that we have to give that freedom while we continue to understand that, people have loyalties and things like that. Me, if it comes down to it, I will shoot that brand completely on the head and say it's over. It is what it is, because I believe in loyalty. I believe that no one should come into this chat and not read the room and be talking anyhow. If you're a man, you come in this chat, you talk anyhow, you get blocked. I believe you deserve that block. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I operate,
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead then. Thank you, Ola. Brother Patrick, go ahead, sir. Let's focus on Ninolowo and the wife.
Yes, Auntie B. Okay, I'm just gonna go on Ninolowo and the wife. But
yes,
I'm gonna talk generally.
Brother is still here.
I'm gonna say therapy works. The only thing that doesn't make it work for individual is arrogance and pride. I'm going to put it that way. When you are arrogant, you don't want to listen to your faults, and you believe, yes, I'm right, Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, therapy will not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the case of Daddy Fizz we are talking about, that guy needs therapy.
Did you see the video he did when he was talking about how he's not seen his children for 7 years?
Yeah, I don't. When you even go to the
he mentioned it. He said that it's because I've not been feeling well. I wanted to do it because you know what he did. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. He PK did a small clip of PK was floating on social media. I know you would have seen that, where he was saying, "Are you not married when you are 24?
23, yes, 22, 24, yes.
You should be married. You're mate in the animal kingdom." He took it and was doing a video, and I think that was taken out of context.
Yes,
because I follow PK. I know what he stands for, and I think it's one of the person that actually preaches healthy teachings about Christian marriages in Nigeria. Everybody that follows him knows that. Not that we're all humans at the end of the day. Sometimes when you talk as a public person, you go misyan. It's normal. Anyway, he took it and was making a video, sir. He made a video about it and was bashing PK. But he himself said on a show he's not seen his children for 7 years because their mother, the only phone he has to reach them is their mother's phone. If another person I don't set ring lights, begin they talk about the person, they yarn up at. You see life?
Yeah.
Okay. That you should know better. Why I decided to back off from the guys, whatever it's doing. When you begin to curse mama, your papa, your partner, I don't do that. I said something in the group that, have you seen Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates talking about their exes? No. Matured men don't do that. You need to move on, yes. So it's still a baby. That guy needs therapy. So let's forget about that. So number two, I wanted to say something.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Number two, I'm going to round up with that. Infidelity is like a cancer, Auntie B.
Yes, sir.
There is no assurance that you are going to be 100% ill if you have cancer.
Hey.
Yes, it depends on the individual. Some people will might say, okay, I forgive you, but they will not be healed.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, I've had cases by God's grace that people that came to church, give testimony, the cancer still come back.
Yeah.
We are not God. So if you keep on cheating, and you can't, there's no assurance that your woman
can't cure it completely.
Will be healed. Yes, that's the way I view it. So the marriage can end anytime. The woman can just carry her bag. She can even end up in a mental home. You know, putting her trust in you that this guy did this to me, this guy did this to me, and that will be affecting her emotionally. She might not get out of it. And the worst part of it is the multiplier effect. You don't want it to run on the children, because whatever affect their mother, you know, women are they tend towards their mom. So that's what I'm going to end up with. So there's no assurance when infidelity comes in. It is by God's grace for that marriage to stand you.
That's
Thank you, sir. That's my theory.
Infidelity is like cancer.
Yeah.
You can almost never heal completely from it. Even if you heal, there will still be remnants of it around, reminders of it. This is what you did. That was very powerful, Patrick. I've never heard it being put like that before. That was deep. I'm taking a minute to reflect on it.
Yes.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you. All right.
God bless you, sir. Have a good afternoon, sir. My love to Auntie. Bye, sir. Brade.
Hey,
welcome, sir.
Mr. B, my big sister. I've been following you the other day. You have some code. I said, I hope this woman take care of herself.
I am.
You gotta give me that secret.
Brother Adesa, how are you, sir?
My brother Ola.
I'm Bisa.
All of you are men. Brother, I hope you are not from Ondo, because we have two Ondo people.
I'm a two combination. I'm original Mo Ibadan. I'm original Mo Ibadan.
Because Beno is still here from Ondo. Ola is from Ondo State.
Yes, I'm original from Mo Ibadan, and my mom is from Abeokuta. You can see that combination. So I grew up in Egba land very well.
Okay, you're an Egba man.
So you're my in-law. It's okay.
You see, that's what it is. That's life. Thank you so much for allowing me to chime in. And Ola, you can contribute to what I'm going to say. For me, I don't take any joy or anything especially in a relationship or a marriage, because it's I'm looking at this couple, and like you said, I follow them for some time. Not that I'm into internet, but I see the display. One thing I realized too is about this is when you exhibit too much affection, it leads to control and manipulation. You get my point?
Yes.
Whereby the woman, you're showing, it's like you don't want to be you pushing other women away. You don't want close to anybody. You want everybody to know that you're married, which is fantastic. But to what extent did affection? Because I see him in a lot of, after the clip of his breakup with his wife, I went back and I saw the way he's putting her, cutting her. Yes, it is wonderful. I did that.
Yeah.
Because being in my marriage for 35 years it's not easy. And I tell you what, I'm sharing with all men, Allah will testify to it, is a discipline. We, and like Brother Patrick said, is a cancer, because sometimes you go to a situation. I just want to share this honest truth. I just got a new job. Mostly where I work is women, because being the manager, my sister, at my age, Abi, you see that some, you know what, still coming to. But will you fall to that? No, you have to look at the situation. You'll have to look at yourself, because everything that falls on your lap and everything, you have to be very careful. As men, there's a lot of things like that. And this couple, they're in the public eye, so everybody's looking at them. There's so much eyes looking to them. And like somebody said, it's very unfortunate that this happened. And for me, our people they misunderstand or misunderstood the word therapy. Therapy is he has its own significance. If anybody involved, they are sincere and willing to accept what is at stake or what is at stake for both in any relationship. Because I did some program in American here, which make me to understand what therapy means. But in our culture, everything is like, or somebody talking to you is no. We don't, especially men, our ego do not allow us to accept the fact of therapy. So that's the pushback. And therapy work is an excellent avenue to recover, to reconcile, to reevaluate, because therapy is for yourself. It's not for the other
person. Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
It's not for you. It's not for the party. It's for yourself. Because if you yourself does not recover, the other party, you cannot have a healing process. Because sometimes it depends on situation, circumstance. Therapy allows to go through healing process and to reevaluate yourself and look yourself in the mirror or observe and listen to the elephant in the room. Where do I then do, and that's one of the fact, because for me, I'm been there still with my wife, because she's not from Nigeria, but she allowed me to see the value of therapies, what it can do with how far it can go in any relationship. But my people, what happens is that when you have a relationship that people just go by their own life, by their own natural instincts, sometimes we need an external factors to let us realize how important our relationship is. Because you keep going, the same thing over and over. But when that, even I can use the word Bible, temptations. When the temptation comes, how do you resist? How do you walk away from it? And how do you avoid it? Because it's gonna happen. So because I'm telling you from the fact of experience that I have in my life, I've been in a lot of situations that I have to remove myself completely out of it before I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? So
yes,
that's the thing, because for me, I'm very, I feel the emotional part of it is especially too, like your, and this is why I love your platform. I've never been any, because sister, you are whatever you're doing right now, my sister, you are a therapist. Don't tell yourself you are not. You are a therapist, because when you tell about issue that is affecting our community and people learn from it, that's your therapist. That's nothing more than that. That's a fact about life. You are giving people advice. People are learning from other people, and that's what about your show. It's just like, it's bringing us together as a community, knowing that our shortcomings, knowing what the negativities that enforce because of our culture that we need to get away from for another generation. Because my sister and Ola, I like your show too, Ola. You guys are creating a new generation for young people to see that, oh, this is our generation. There's something wrong. Can we fix it? Yes, we can fix it. That's what you guys are doing, and I really appreciate it. For me, I mean, this gentleman, Ninolowo, is a good actor, and I've always thought he is an excellent guy. He knows how to beat his part and everything, but sometimes affection, when you display it too much, he's kind of like, he's kind of
trying to hide something.
Yes. It's hard to trust it.
Yes.
Very hard to trust it.
Your other woman, she's afraid, all that, that's what I'm talking about. So affection sometimes has to be at some limited point whereby your affection is sincere and honest.
Yes.
And yes, that's all about it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish them good luck, because I just pray that after this, what is next for them? Because number one, I know they have kids that are involved. Because every breakup, Sister B, write it down. The people that suffer in any relationship that involve children, kids, and this is the children.
Yeah.
Is the children. Because we as a grown-up, we can break up and like we can say, I move on. But moving on, as the children moving on, no, they're not moving on, my sister. They're not moving on.
But sometimes, yeah, Brother Patrick, sorry, Brady, sometimes it is better for the children, instead of them to be witnessing two sad adults, who are not happy with each other, and showing them, I'll tell you a quick story before you leave. I know our time is fast spent. We're going to round up in 5 minutes. A friend of mine in Nigeria told me a story yesterday about her daughter's friend. Is a young girl. She's about 15 years old. She came to spend some time with them in her house, and she didn't want to go back home. Her parents are pastors, Pentecostal pastors, and so they were asking her, why don't you want to go home? And she was like, no, that her parents are always fighting. They're always arguing all the time. They don't like each other. It's like they hate each other. But on Sunday, you'll see them. They'll come together and dress up and go to church and be smiling.
Yeah.
And the daughter said that, in fact, she's not. And so she was telling me that when her own daughter went to that same house to spend some time, she said she came back and told her, I've never witnessed something like this before.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that the amount of venom between the couple is just too much. They're always arguing, they're always quarreling, they're always, but you see them on Sunday, they are wearing mommy and daddy Jew and doing, God bless you, God bless you. Yeah. So the daughter is already learning this pattern of behavior.
And it's affecting us.
Of course, she's 15 years old.
So and then she carried on. Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that if you say I'm doing it for the children, you are actually damaging your children when the relationship is that toxic. Because this is the example of marriage that they have. They'll believe that, and it's 99.8% they are going to attract the same kind of man.
Sister B, I shared this story about my parents too. You speaking my language. My mother was emotionally roller coaster, emotionally depressed. And then every time you talk to her, it's because of my children. It's because of my children. So you see that
they are learning the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like you said, and any relationship that is toxic, we need to. And that's what I'm saying is that if they go on their own separate way, and this is what I don't understand, when people go on the separate way, it becomes another war. They're fighting each other. You know what I mean? Instead of them let it go for the sake of the children, find an amicable way for the sake of the parties to move on. They don't do that. Some of them is like, it's now open the canker worm. They're now everybody's saying the negative, the dirty part of you know what I mean. That's what I'm concerned about, and this is what I'm praying for this couple. That separation should be in peace and harmony. Yes. And let everybody, for the sake what I'm
co-parent. They can still co-parent.
Exactly.
They can co-parent successfully if they've tried everything and they said, you know what, it's not working. Yeah.
Sister B, you are doing a wonderful job. God bless you, sister.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate it. Brother
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
It's good to chime on your show sometime in the background, but I don't come about.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Have a good evening, sir. Bye-bye. Okay. So the two Ondo men in the building, let's bring the show to a close. I'll come to you first.
Ondo no, they carry last.
Beno.
Auntie.
Well done. Thank you for staying with us throughout the show today. This matter, okay, Lara gone you.
Pay me.
You are farms.
Yeah, I love that guy with his children, man. So I just pray that God will help them through this. And also, I pray the children will not be the one at the receiving ends of their separation. Basically, in my own rounding up, if two couples were divorced or separated, they went their different ways for at least a year, 2, 3, or whatever, and they decided to come back again, I will advise that they both need to talk about how they carry on, because I'm still going to stand on my own first theory. Once you are separated from your man and you don't carry with another man, if you guys come back, no matter how your husband pretend that, okay, I'm back, I'm sorry for what I did, it's always going to be at the back of his mind. In fact, if from the time when I begin Kerewa again, he will be comparing himself with
the other
any
people
man that you have been with. And
dated, yeah.
If that particular area is not sorted out, maybe through therapy, like everybody suggested now, you guys should just remain friends with benefit. Don't marry again. Anytime when I just meet on Kerewa, everybody work out again. That just my take and to be.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. But then we'll wait and see. This your theories tonight. But I did hear what you are saying. Men, they can cheat, but they can't take being cheated on. Nigerian men, you can't cheat on them peacefully. You can't cheat on them in peace. They will not like it. I understand. Nobody can take it, to be honest, but I get what you're saying. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight. Take care of yourself, and God bless you.
Thank you, man.
All right. Before I come to you, man of prestige, Ola in the building. Before I come to you, please, I just want to remind everybody to give us a thumbs up. Ejo Turi Olorun, we've been here for 3 whole hours. It is not easy discussing all these issues. All these issues that we'll be discussing since it's not easy. And I want to remind you again of my business. But Daddywa is doing online business. And I've spoken to you guys. Thanks to everybody that's registered for the business. And you know the website is just Google or put www.bridgetekpo.com and just put your email there. Please, if you've already registered with Ifi and Emeka, do not register with us because it's the same company. Okay? So those of you who've already registered with Ifi and Emeka, do not register with me again because the company has a very strong policy against, poaching. So if you want to register and come under us, you want us to be your mentors, then go to www.bridgetekpo.com and register with your email. There's a free webinar there. There's a free lecture there that you can just watch very quickly. If you feel it's something you want to do, it's legit business, digital business, completely legit. There's nothing there that, it's not legit. And then you feel like it's something you want to do and join us on this journey, then you register with $149 and then you start your journey. It's completely flexible. You can do it from anywhere in the world, 100% legit, and you can do it alongside your current job. It doesn't stop you. If you are looking for side business where you can make money while you sleep, we are talking about multiple streams of income. One income, no, they do. One income is not enough. You need to leverage yourself. That's all we're all looking for. So join me in this business and I will see you guys at the top. Thank you to everybody. Those of you who put your email, please come to the website and watch the video. And before you decide if it's something that you think is a good fit for you, don't just put your email and go away. All right. Thanks to everybody that's already registered. God bless you. Okay. Man of prestige, what do you have to say in 2 minutes? How do we end? What are we taking away from tonight's show?
Okay, good. I think, but at this point is very, very good. I think that I personally think that's what happened. Some people use the word overcompensation. Overcompensation is coming off a little offensive because it's almost like saying that person is not worth it or your previous offense was not that big, right? But the truth is that when it comes to seduction and attraction, it doesn't work based off of most people's logic. You don't measure it based off of number or amount of affection online, right? You might mean well, and it might be backfiring. It might be creating the other opposite direction, creating opposite effect, right? So the key to that is to really make sure that you're coming from a very sincere place, particularly for you. So that even if it's not enough, because that's another human being at the end of the day. So even if it's not enough for that person, at least it's enough for you. You see what I'm saying? So I suppose so, because a lot of people do that, especially superstars like them. I think AY does that, but it's working for him, at least up to now. When you've committed something in the past, you want to now jump on the internet and compensate by professing to the world. That's not the solution. You might end up, if the person is not asking for that, especially, they must start seeing it as manipulation. They can't trust it because they had to ask for it. Even if they had to ask for it before you do it, just like you tell women, like if you say, hey, you see, women will say a lot, why did I have to ask you before you do it, right? So that they start to question the authenticity of it, even though you might have good intentions. Then last point is this: when there's a demise of a marriage, okay, if you really care, if you claim, I don't think we care like that, I don't think it's that deep, but if you want to at least come close to it, right, you need to realize that it feels like deletion. Let me use that word, right? It's like a deletion in the family. Okay, it doesn't matter what side of it you're on. That's what it feels like. They're going to have to mourn. They have to grieve. They have to go through a whole process, and it's not a sweet process, you know. So no one should be rejoicing for or against this situation.
Yeah.
You know, if one last thing, when somebody does the ultimate self-deletion, right? You don't go there and say, Aki Kojuni, or you go there and say it's a coward. You don't do that. You just wish them well.
Sometimes it's even better not to say anything.
If you can't say anything nice, just
pray
be
for
quiet.
them.
Just be quiet. Yeah. So I did, but for Nino, the affection, they did. You know, I mean, we're talking in hindsight. We don't really know, right? But it did come off a little bit one-sided. It did come off a little bit more like...
Funny enough, I read that just now on my Instagram. Somebody said that he was putting more of the was doing most of the work.
Yeah. So he felt... there's a good chance he feels that way. But can you imagine how that woman interprets reading that, right? If she's experiencing pain and hurt, right?
But we're not seeing everything on social media from the 2 minutes clip they are posting, though.
Yeah.
You can't judge. We don't really know. That's the truth.
We don't know.
You don't know. It's what they show us that we know. That's not enough to make an assessment.
Yeah. That's why the work for all of us, for us that we are here, the work is on yourself. It's on yourself. If your wife is your wife, if you want to celebrate her, but make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because he did make mention of mental health, and the theme all week on Men of Prestige has been mental health for men. Sometimes it's just better to walk away. You can also be the first to walk away if it's that bad, right? And that's basically all we can. That's the most authentic thing we can get out of this. And it doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's a permanent decision. You just wish them well, you know. Yeah. So Auntie B, I will be reading comments and getting some, because all the people's reaction today will be the most fun part of it. So I will start that in about 30 minutes at Man of Prestige. And I wanted to say to Auntie B, we are now at 3,900 subscribers. Without you, that's impossible. So just want to say thank you again, always, for always supporting the platform.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You do a good job. I pray you continue to grow. We all grow together by the grace of God. Thank you.
Amen. Let's talk behind the scene, Auntie B.
All right now, because no wahala. Thank you, Ola. Appreciate you. My love to Lola. God bless. Okay, that's our brothers, Ola and Beno. We also have brother Ade, we have brother Patrick, we have brother Dewale. Oh my God, so many brothers tonight. Okay, always a pleasure to have all of you. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is what it is. Like Ola said, it's like when a marriage ends, it's like deletion. It's the end of something that was beautiful. Is the end of something that was just, is the end of hopes and dreams. But what can you do? Nobody wishes it to happen, but that's life for you. So if you're one of those people that is going to their post and you start throwing advice and saying things, please don't do that. It's not necessary. Just leave them alone. Pray for them. It is well with them. Guys, I'm back tomorrow. I want to do the story of that widow. We're doing it in the afternoon, actually, 12 o'clock UK time. I'm bringing my friend who is my friend from Nigeria, Obiageli, who is a widow. I'm bringing her to the show. So please join us tomorrow, and I shall see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. God bless you. Have a good evening, and thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.